All right. All right, cool. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. This is session 8 of the Dreaded Isles of Pandakorr. Hope everybody had a good holiday. And, yeah, we kind of talked about it before we started streaming. So, whoever's watching, everybody had a good holiday. Thanks for checking in. So, yeah, a quick recap of last session. The group was mysteriously wished away in some dream world to to uh, to an area that was between a wall and a cliff edge. Shortly after arriving there, excuse me, a rift, one of those familiar rifts, had opened up, spitting out the human with the metal dog. And after a brief, talking, everybody decided that you probably had to go beyond that wall. You started looking through the gate, and the perceptive Melica noticed that a section of the wall was missing. And that's where everybody decided to go through. Once inside, you traveled around this kind of like desert, ruined area, and you had come across a couple of those undead creatures with the glowing insides that you had encountered in the first stream during session 0. And while you guys were on the ship traveling to Vidania, and a couple of your favorite scorpions as well. The group, for the most part, was exploring, pretty safely. And then once the group had split up, Logan had found yet another one of these scorpions that knocked him on his ass. Maybe he'll start learning not to do that in the future. And so yeah, so I mean, Logan is the official scorpion detector. And yeah, after traveling, for a little bit and exploring this ruined area, you had found some old, like ruined, not ruined. I'm sorry, runes and like magical writing and whatnot on the ground that had these 5 rings that were, or 5 circles that were connected through some other magical, I don't know, language, whatever. And after standing in each of the circles for about 10 to 12 seconds, they started glowing a soft color. Once all of you were each on their own circle, the circles wound up filling in the rest of the designs and stood lit. After the third one, finding the third one and activating it, you all wound up back in your rooms, and you all woke up, and it's in the morning now. So some light peers in through the windows. The weather seems to be nice and warm outside, even though it is a little bit warmer here than it was in Bacanunya, even for this time, and the air is a little bit drier. And so everybody wakes up. You all have a full rest. So everything gets reset, all your abilities, all your spell slots, whatever. If you're going to change your spells and you need to pray or study, then, you can do that when we start. And the only difference really here is Nathan and the dog wound up in Alcaeus' room. Yeah. So, that being said, it's about, let's say it's 7 in the morning. Some nice weather outside for as far as you can tell. And everybody wakes up. So, what would you all like to do?
Oh, I'm definitely doing my morning prayers.
Okay.
Preparing my spells for the day.
Mm-hmm.
Did we wake up in our clothes?
Yes. Yeah, everybody woke up fully dressed, armor on, clothing on, everything.
Okay. I'm going to check my scroll case for that drawing that I drew of the magical circles that we're standing on.
It's there.
It is there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, so this looks like really happened. I don't think this was just a dream.
Mm-hmm.
I'll roll that back up and put it in the case. And were we given separate rooms, or are we together with each other?
No, everybody's in their own room, except for Alcaeus now.
Yeah. Where is Nathan in the room? Like, is he Did he get spawned in laying down, or is it like standing over me?
Yeah, he'll be standing.
T-pose.
He'll be just standing, looking right over the bed, right next to it, with the dog just sitting there.
Well, good morning.
Does he have on push to talk?
Eerie silence.
I was greeted by silence. Yeah, you know what? Screw you and your dog.
Ian, oh, take his shoes.
Yeah.
Ian. Uh-oh.
Ian. That's a new name.
Yan!
Ian. I like that one. Ian. Okay.
Yeah.
Shit. Where is he? That's weird. How very awkward.
Super awkward. Okay, carry on.
You look at him. He looks at you.
Hands. Touching hands. Okay. Yeah, I guess we can go back to your room in a minute. Leicester, you doing anything?
Just checking all his gear to
There he
see
is.
like if his arrows are missing and stuff. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Okay.
I think I just heard you, Nathan.
I heard him.
Yeah,
He can't hear us.
Can't hear us.
No, I can hear you now.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yay.
Alright. Just got
Okay.
very
Ooh.
Alright,
and
so-
then very quiet.
All right. So then, all right. So Leicester, the arrows are missing. Same thing with Logan. You know, any crossbow bolts that you didn't collect, they will be missing from your quiver.
Okay, I marked them off.
All right. Cool. All right. So back to Alcaeus.
Good morning.
Does it appear to be morning?
I think so.
Are we
No.
in that inn you talked about?
The Jakob's house? I believe so. I don't know why I'm clothed. Usually when this happens, I'm not. But let's go find everyone else.
Well, I am clothed as well. Yes, I kind of adjust my helmet a little bit, pat Max, and I'll follow you out.
Yeah, I'll go. So we'll go to Logan's room first.
All right. Go knock on the door.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Logan, you're knocking at your door.
Come in. It's unlocked.
Yeah, open the door. And, Nathan and I are standing there. Like, well, we picked up a stray somehow. Don't ask me how, but he's here.
Wow, I can't believe this. Now we know this is more than just a dream. Nathan, is that right? Was that your name?
Yes, you were Logan, right? And
Yes.
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 Look at this.
The others?
You remember when I was drawing out the circles that we were standing on?
Yes.
Yes, I fortunately, the copy of the circles came with us when we came back. I was just looking at mine.
Oh, good. Yes, I think I jotted that down as well. Well, I think I painted a bit of it.
Our host, who is graciously given us these rooms, is a man of some magic ability. He might be able to tell us something if we show him these teleportation circles.
Hopefully, is the rest of the other two here as well?
They have other rooms along the same hallway, so we can go check on them. I think I heard Melica saying her prayers across the hall.
Very, very good. Should go get them then.
Yes, let's do that.
All right. Is everybody going to? Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I'll walk up to whichever door Logan and Alcaeus can point me to and give it a.
Yes.
Are you done with your prayers for the morning?
Yes, I think so, yes. I feel like there isn't any amount of praying that could explain what happened last night.
Oh, we do know some things, and where we were yesterday was definitely more than a dream. Our friend Nathan is here with us.
Oh, well, how do you do?
Seemingly well rested.
It's very odd.
Indeed.
Huh. Maybe it's because you stood in the circles with us.
I would presume so, but then what drew me there with you?
Well, we were all going to the same place. Maybe I honestly could not say.
Some force wanted to put you with us for some reason.
Apparently.
I'm fairly certain that the five of us are connected. Why, I don't know, but it seems like there's something there.
Well, we were all on the ship.
True.
Indeed. Was the ship haunted? Are we cursed?
It could have been.
I think there's much more to it than some malevolent spirits, though.
Unfortunately, I'd have to agree.
It does seem to be quite a powerful entity. It is causing this.
How are you, Alcaeus?
Fine. Thanks for asking, but I just see no ill side effects of whatever's going on.
Good. And what of Leicester? Has anyone talked to her this morning?
I'll go over to Leicester's door and wake them up. Leicester! Are you in there? Sorry to wake you.
You'll hear
It's-
some crashing and banging.
Oh my. Oh my. Take your time.
Leicester opens the door and you see just baby running around with the hand axe, still just happily attempting to pick it up and run.
Oh, baby.
Good morning.
Those are not 4 raccoons.
It seems she rather enjoyed carrying it around. No, you
Oh
can't.
no,
This isn't our
good.
house.
This is good. She may learn to wield it yet.
We can hope.
I wouldn't
Not
put it past
yours.
her. Did you also wake up in your armor?
Yes, and some of my bows has been used. The arrows are gone.
Oh.
So-
You remember our new friend that we met in the dream world last night? It seems that he came back with Alcaeus.
I'm not so sure it was a dream world still.
Can dreams have real life consequences?
Not that I have seen.
And I guess it was not a dream.
Well, some stories talk about dreams actually being nothing more than your spirit traveling to the astral plane. So, who knows? Could be real. Maybe we were on another plane of existence.
Well, it is also odd that you all were sleeping, and while I was in my trance, the same thing happened to us. I do
wasn't-
not go into a dreamlike. I go into a dreamlike state, not necessarily dreaming the same way you do.
I wasn't even sleeping. I was walking from town to town,
You
searching.
this. Hmm.
Maybe you were sleepwalking. No, but seriously, yes, there's definitely something interesting going on magic-wise. Perhaps Jakob might know something when we show him these drawings of the circles. Perhaps he can, if he doesn't know anything, he can point us in the right direction.
Excellent. Let's try to find him, shall we? And I will lead the way down the stairs.
All right. As you move, out of the rooms and through the hallways of this beautifully lavish home, Ian, you don't know the description of it, but these walls, these floors are all made out of like large slabs of marble. Beautiful, like trim around the doors and borders throughout the hallway on both the ceiling and along the floor. Really high-end stuff. And as you all come downstairs, it's like a half winding staircase that goes down to the main foyer area. And there is like in this foyer, it's nice. It's like a good 25, 30 feet, in diameter or something. And it is just like there's beautiful plant statues that like are all over the place. So it kind of looks like a jungle in here, but there's like no real plants. Everything's just made out of marble or some other kind of stone. And in the center, there's a nice fountain. As you're all walking downstairs, one of the women, the row of the women with just their eyes visible, they're wearing like these dark burgundy, robes and whatnot. Oh, good morning. Are you all going to eat? We're preparing breakfast now.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Well, do you remember where the dining room is, or should I take you there?
We could find it.
Okay.
I think we've been there.
Alright, very well. Also, Master Faroud will not be joining us this morning. He had to run away on urgent business. He sends his apologies, and he extends, his generosity for the next 2 days if needed.
Well, that is very generous indeed. We would love to speak to him later on in the day when he's available, so we will be around.
Okay, very well. We shall see you soon.
Yes.
All right, and then
let's eat.
All right, yeah, and then she'll go, walk off or whatever. All right, so you guys are gonna just continue on, or?
Yeah, let's go eat.
Let's eat.
Yeah, I'll follow behind you all.
All right. Yeah, so you walk down a little hallway, and you go to like this massive, like a dining hall area where there's like this long table, and all of the beautiful plates and silverware and all that are like spread out, and eventually servants start coming in, and there's like coffee, there's juices, there's wines, all different kinds of fruit spreads, there's eggs, and it's like just like a big buffet, and things start getting put out on the table like it's a big Thanksgiving dinner or something, and then they leave. If you need anything, please don't be afraid to call. We'll help.
Well, thank you kindly. I will begin piling my plate with anything and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Agreed.
Trying to prevent baby from diving onto the table.
I gotta build my strength.
I'll take a few small rolls and some butter, but not very much.
Okay. Very cool. Yeah. And baby, of course, is having fun eating whatever they're allowed to eat.
The time of their lives.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, what do you want to? Do you want to like discuss anything before you're eating, or do you just want to like pass through breakfast, or?
Well, it seems as if we won't be able to speak to Yako just yet. However, he's been very kind to us. What do you all think? Should we stay?
Why is
Extreme generosity.
he extended you and I guess myself this generosity? Do you know him?
Well, no, we happened to make his acquaintance by chance, and it turns out we are all from the same place. In fact, all of Ibat is from where we are from, Okaria.
And so he just offered you this lavish palace and all of his servants? No costs?
That we know of?
Yes, that is what concerns me.
Am I the only... Good, okay, alright. At least I'm not the only one thinking of it.
For all we know, he caused our dreams last night.
Yes. Exactly, and we nearly all died. Well, not all of us nearly died. Mostly Logan.
One of us.
Just one. Just one.
Yeah, just the one.
We were all attacked, at least.
I hesitate to think ill of our generous host.
I do not think ill. I've never met the man, is it? Right, but
Yes, he is a merchant
I am a bit
of
cautious.
some sort.
Merchants, as far as I've known them, do little out of the generosity of their heart.
Well, he does claim to have won this palace in a bet.
I don't know if that makes it better or worse for a sorcerer. I
I can't say either, but he's one of the first friends we've made in this strange land, and I'm willing to take his friendship. And it was I who approached him first.
all right, that's something. I would like to meet him before I pass judgment. I want to accuse someone and declare their ill will based on happenstance and circumstance.
Well, you will have the opportunity today at some point, I hope. I hope he comes back.
Well,
In the meantime, perhaps we should try to find a... well, we did speak about a library quite a bit back in Bakmanunya.
Oh, right, the library.
Did we find out if there was one here in Ibat?
Isn't there a school?
There is a school. Yes. It was an academy.
Don't those sort of things usually have books?
Right you are, Leicester. They do have books at academies.
Leicester looks proud of themselves.
is the sort of place we can access? Is the library public, or do we have to pay, or?
Let me pull up my notes here. Quite literally.
I wrote so many notes for that session.
Oh my gosh, I literally wrote no notes for the last session because it was all bad.
Yeah, last one, no.
Let's see.
Sorry about that. I'm back.
Oh, it's no problem at all. We're just trying to remember the academy in Ibat.
Okay. Yeah, there's an arcane academy that is on the north west side. I believe they have an obelisk-looking thing on the roof of their building.
All right, we could try to talk to them, see if we could perhaps browse some books, see if this is the sort of thing that's happened before.
Right, and anything else you'd like to do?
I would like a new shield. I did leave mine in the, I guess we're calling it the dream world.
For lack of a better term.
Yes.
Unless you can think of something more entertaining. But yes, there's plenty of markets in places to buy things in Ibat. It was a lively place as we entered. Oh, they have an arena here where they have sporting events.
Yes, that is where we met Jakob.
Interesting.
Our new friend is unsure of what to make of Jakob's generosity, and I don't know, I'm inclined to agree somewhat. It is out of the normal realm of generosity for a magic user who is not of the church.
And a stranger to you before.
Logan, you are a people person. What do you say of this?
I say it's very wise of you to wonder what his motives are. but also realize that he's not asked anything of us. We've even offered services which he's declined. So, due to that, I think he's on the up and up as a generous sort.
Right. All right. Take all of your guidance for now, but if I have to say I told you so, I will not. So
Yes. If he
Understood.
sells us to the pit, I told you so is assumed.
all right.
I think more than anything, we're entertainment for him, a reminder of a world he once belonged to. Because he's also from Okaria, as is most of the city. I don't know if you've been told the story yet or not.
Oh, from what I heard, it's the whole city that was magically transported here.
True, but some of its residents have been born since then, so it's not technically the whole.
Oh, yes. And yes. And
Is
immigrants and whatnot.
Exactly.
there any chance that this city's transportation and our transportation through space possibly related?
I'd say there's a lot of chance. Whether it's us specifically or just the phenomenon behind it, though,
It's possible.
I would guess the latter.
Yes. All right. So, do we start with the academy then?
That was my.
Yes,
That's my
sure.
desire.
Or the market. I'm fine with either.
Yeah, same here.
Markets are always a fun place, but we do kind of stand out here. So I might recommend.
Oh, maybe we could purchase some new clothing at the market and blend in a bit.
We could do that. But I was also.
I've
gonna
never
say
tried blending in anywhere.
What is the style here? What do you mean we stand out?
Have you not seen everyone in their... Well, the serving ladies have been in their robes. A lot of people cover their entire bodies and faces.
They like to wear very loose-fitting clothing, much like robes and such. Light materials, because it's a very hot climate here.
Well, I actually, I have something for that, and I'll touch what was a cloak, and as I touch it, I pull it, and it begins to shift into another outfit. And it's just kind of a loose-fitting, there is sort of a low-hanging veil over my face, and it's all kind of loose cloth that goes underneath and flows out from my armor, flowing around it.
Well,
It's a versatile outfit.
That's impressive.
Yeah, let's keep them.
Is the map clear for everybody? I just gotta ask.
Yeah.
Because it's
Yeah.
it's
It's
still
awesome.
blurry on mine. Okay, cool. Oh, thank you. All right, continue.
But I was just going to warn everyone, just keep a close eye on your belongings and so forth. Busy places like this, you never know who's going to try to steal something from you.
Noted.
With that, let's head off to the market then.
Yeah, while you were coming from the arena last night, you did cross a large market area that was right here, and then there was also some vendors and whatnot around the actual pit.
Well, we want to go to the market.
It cleared up for me. Yay! I'm excited. Okay.
Huzzah.
All right. All right. So, all right, you all leave. And one of the women in the robes, bids you a good day. Oh, excuse me, old man cough. Sorry. Hold on, there's more. Okay, sorry about that.
I think he muted himself kindly.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry about that. So, so as you come out, this is more for Nathan. The area is exceptionally arid and dry over here, compared to where you were walking before you were taken into that rift. So you come out, and there's these beautiful, like sandstone homes, like terracotta tiles on the roofs and whatnot. Just very, very South Florida, I guess, if anybody can imagine that. And,
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool,
Yep.
cool. So I hope that helps for anybody who does. If not, Google it.
Yeah, I can picture that.
Well, yeah, you're there, and so yeah, it's kind of like Weston or Cooper City, stuff like that.
I
So,
wish I was there.
Oh yeah. All right, so it's a straight shot to the market, and it only takes you a couple of minutes to get there. To the edge of the market. So nice quick walk. And even though it's still pretty early, let's say after breakfast, after prayer, this, that, and the other thing, let's say it's probably only about 8:30 in the morning, and you can hear like the hustle and bustle of the marketplace. You can see all different types of transactions taking place, and people is like yelling and haggling with each other, and it's just a really festive, very busy outdoor market.
All right. Can I find an armor or a shield vendor of some sort? Just need a simple replacement.
All right, yeah. I mean, you walk around, looking for that. Is there anything else that anybody else is looking for?
I am. I'm looking to lighten my load a bit. I'm carrying a lot of weapons that I probably don't need. But I would like to maybe trade out a weapon also.
All right, so that's 2 for metal or weapons and armor. Anybody else?
I'll go look at armor. Why not?
Okay, that's 3. All right, sounds
The
good.
knight could always look at armor.
Logan will just enjoy the crowd and the people around him,
Okay.
and keep an eye out for riffraff trying shenanigans with our group,
All right,
making
sounds
sure
good.
nobody pickpockets us.
All right. You spend a couple of minutes just kind of weaving through the crowd. Some people are selling like bolts of fabrics. You can see, somebody selling like monkeys in a cage. You can, all different kinds of stuff. Within 10 or 15 minutes or something, you find a really large stall that's probably, I don't know, a good 30 feet across, and there's a bunch of different tables and racks and all different kinds of things in here. And you can see everybody in here is dressed in like the robes and whatnot with the covered bodies, but the robes are all more of like a tan sand kind of color, or even like a cream color. And all of the people who are here are considerably shorter, somewhere in between 4.5 feet, and they all seem rather wide as well. So you approach and, good morning. How can I help you?
I'm looking for a shield. Do you have just a simple buckler of some sort? Perhaps a tower?
I mean, we not so much the tower. It's way too heavy to carry into the desert. The bucklers we have and the medium shields we have here.
All right, take a medium shield then.
All right.
Good.
Well, yeah, there's a couple right there. Just go ahead and pick out what you like. Find something that feels good on your arm, and
All right.
just bring it up when you're ready.
All right, I'll go test out a few of them. And,
Okay.
one that feels nice. Maybe it hopefully has some. If there's one with a shield design or an anvil, I'd go for that. But if not, I'll just choose the one that feels right.
Okay. No, there's nothing here that has any kind of fancy decoration on it, and all of the shields here are just, for the most part, they're like just, thick wood. They might have a metal band or a metal ring around it, and they're like wrapped in either canvas or leather, for the most part. And the standard PHB prices, which whatever that is, I can look that up, or you go ahead and do that.
I know it. It's I think it's 10 gold for a shield.
Okay,
Or 6 gold actually.
cool. Anybody else?
Yes, hello. I have some weapons here that I was wondering if I might trade some in, or if you have any wooden weapons specifically.
All right. What are you trading in? Let's see what you have here.
Oh, I have this spear, which is in fine condition, and what do you say to that?
Like, do you hand it to him, or?
Yeah, I hand it to him.
Okay, yeah, he'll take it, and you can see like he got this like big meaty hand, like hairy knuckles, and kind of nails, are kind of like dirty and, looks like maybe they're chewed on and whatnot. Grabs the spear in both hands and kind of like wobbles it to see what kind of flex is on there. And this is the original spear you've been carrying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
As you go to hand it over, you notice that, there is like some slight rust that's starting to appear on the actual spear tip. And there, it's not worth much in the condition it's in here.
I see.
I mean, the staff
Well, I
itself
do
is
have
okay,
gold
but
as well to
all right.
purchase any weapons that you
Okay.
might have.
Sure. What are you looking for? Anything in particular?
Specifically, something to hold in one hand made of wood.
Like a cudgel?
Yes.
Oh, sure. We have a few like nice clubs here. Nothing too fancy, but just go ahead and poke around over there. If you see something like, just grab it and we'll take care of that for you.
Surely, let me just take a look. So, let's see. I guess it's under simple weapons. And is club the only thing that's a wooden one-handed weapon?
Well, I mean, you can get a mace. I mean, well, if you're only looking for wood, like pure wood, yeah, it'll pretty much be like a club. But they have like simple maces here. Like with like a rock or a skull instead of like a metal head for a mace. There's a couple different options,
Yeah.
for simple weapons.
I'm looking for something to use with shillelagh.
Okay, I think that just has to be a club or a staff. Yeah.
Yeah.
You could pick up a stick off the street if you want, or you can just break
And
off
use it as a club?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it would have to be sturdy enough, to use as a club. But a club is pretty much, you can find that almost anywhere. As far as your spear is concerned, you can just chop off the tip, and you have a staff, and that'll work.
That's true. Okay, I think, you know what? On the other hand, I think I will just hold on to that spear.
Yeah, no worries. You're probably, I don't know, you'll probably only have a couple of weeks before that thing completely falls apart on you. So just be wary of that.
Oh, well, thank you for your expertise.
Yeah, no problem, my lady. Anybody else here? We have plenty of wares here. Blades, bows, axes, you name it. We make them all.
Yes, actually.
Oh, you're a big one, aren't you?
I am. But do you have any treatment that we can use on our metal gear?
No, not here. It's nobody really buys it. People just bypass the metal for the most part. It's kind of like at this point, we could sell it to outlanders who don't know any better, but it's not really our business model.
Are you saying we don't look like outlanders? Oh.
You do, but I'm letting you know that I'm an honest man.
Oh.
Yes, that's very kind of you, but let's see what you have for Warhammer. Mine's getting a little rusted. Fortunately for the shield, I'd have to have this emblem put on the other one I get somehow, some way.
Well, the shields, we can make one for you. It won't take much time. We could probably have it for you by the end of today, actually. Something that's fairly simple. As far as the hammers go, what kind of budget are you working with?
I really am not too sure with the prices around here. What are we looking at?
Well, I mean,
what do you have?
I have things based on your budget, really. Some things, only come out after, coinage is confirmed. And real quick, Logan, let me get a perception check whenever you get a chance.
Okay, one moment.
Okay, so let me get a charisma check from you, just a general charisma, or persuasion if it helps.
Persuasion does help a little bit.
Okay. Okay. Tell you what, you look a bit up and standing. Let's see, you're from outside of Gandor, right?
Yes. How did you guess?
I have a foreign ear. I can hear it in your accent.
No.
All right. Do you have maybe around 150 coins, pharaohs? Is that
I
something you do? All right. So then I might have this for you then. And you kind of like you see him nod to two other people that are in robes that have just been like kind of intently watching the group, you know. And Logan, everything looks, you know, on the up and up, nothing shady going on. And you know, he goes and reaches, you know, like underneath there's like a table that has like, you know, a tarp around it, kind of goes around the back of it, bends down and pulls out this like long thin box. You know, it's probably a good 3.5 feet long, maybe 10 inches wide, about, let's say 6 inches tall or something. Takes it out, and it's like a really nice, just a nice carved dark wooden box that's stained, and there's like a desert kind of motif, you know, like etched into it, you know, like little scorpions, and looks like sand dunes and whatever, you know. And then he's like, yeah, I have something here that might be of your liking. And you hear like a click click, you know, and then he opens it up, and you can see a warhammer, you know, in there, and it's like a really beautiful thick handle, maybe a good 1.5 to 2 inches thick, you know. And there's like little like greenish kind of rings that, you know, let's say the handle is probably a solid, you know, like 18 inches, and then there's like, you know, a little green pommel, then there's like a little green ring, and then it's kind of like a crisscross pattern, like diamonds almost. So it looks like, you know, almost like the grid, you know, on this map here, but instead of left to right, it's going up and down, you know. And that pattern goes around, and there's another ring, and then the actual head, it looks like something like jade. It looks like a jade warhammer head, you know, where it's similar to like a modern hammer, like a bowl peen, where you know, one end is rounded, you know, and it's probably a good 2.5 inches in diameter, and then it has like the actual head, and then on the back of it, it has like a small pick, you know, like a claw, but only one. And it's like this here, 150 pharaohs, you know, and this won't rust. This will hold up.
Oh, Alcaeus, you must.
Do you mind if I pick it up?
Oh, have at it. Does a quick snap of his finger, and a spectral hand appears, grabs the hammer, lifts it, and carries it over to you.
You know, swinging around a little bit.
Oh, good sir, do you have anything else of this quality?
Oh, everybody has coin now. Is that it? You were trying to sell me a busted spear, now you have money. All right. How much do you have? I mean, I do have a couple of things here. I do. Hold on a second. Hold on. And he kind of like nods to a couple of people, and like all of the tents, like all the walls drop. You know, like the, you know, the canvas like unfurls. You know, so it blocks everything in. So it's like nice and private in here. And you can see just a couple of, like, you know, everybody would recognize these as dancing lights, you know, the cantrip, that are kind of floating around, providing some light. He's like, all right, yeah, well, how much coin do you have here?
Quite a bit.
Quite a bit. All right, well, I mean, that's subjective.
As much as my good friend here, the knight.
Oh, I mean, I don't have another warhammer like this.
Oh, I cannot wield such a weapon. It's too heavy for me.
All right.
But maybe anything with the one-handed.
Well, I have this. I have a mace that might work for you.
May I?
Oh yes, of course. Hold on. Eh, he looks at Alcaeus. He's like, my good man. What's your name? Gandorian.
Oh, I am Alcaeus, Knight of Gandor. I hail from the Sunfields, if you know of it.
Oh, knight. Knight, you have a mount. Or are you walking around on those?
My legs suit me just fine.
Oh, well, as do mine. All right, very well then. All right, you're knights. Very cool. That's, we don't get too many, nobles around here. At least not, of your type. All right, a mace. Okay, give me 1 second, let me look this up. Anybody else interested in anything while I'm here?
Do you have arrows?
Yeah, I do have arrows. Are you looking for like jade-tipped arrows? Arrows are a little different, I mean, if it gets a little rusty, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, they're kind of like one-shots anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm just looking for more arrows. I do not
Sure, I do.
need anything
I
so.
do. Yeah, I have heads, I have the shafts, I have them completed, I have quivers. Yeah, that's pretty mundane. I'll have that here.
Maybe a few shafts would be good. I can carve my own bows.
Sure. All right. Okay. I mean, arrows are standard pricing here. If you want just the materials, I mean, it's unless you have your own special heads or something that you want to add, it's actually not that. It's only going to take you more time to put them together. It's going to cost you the same.
Huh. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Then yes, I'll just purchase some arrows, please.
All right. Sure. Just go ahead and grab them right there off the rack. Bring them up and for my lady here. How about something like this? He goes and reaches behind the counter and he pulls out a smaller box. This one's maybe 2.5 feet total. Similar height and width as the Warhammer box, and opens it up. And this one here says this one's actually a little bit less than your friend's hammer here. Oh, it looks good in your hands, by the way, Mr. Knight there. And pulls out this mace. It's made out of like a dark wood handle, and it has like a copperish, bronzish kind of metal to it that's already developing some kind of patina. So there's like that kind of green staining, on it. And then, as it goes up to the shaft at the head, it looks almost like a translucent sphere. It's not completely translucent. Is that the right word? Where light can go through it, but it's not completely
so
clear.
light can go through it?
Yes, yeah. So I think it's called translucent. Because transparent is clear, translucent is like diffused, and then opaque is solid. So, okay, if anybody's out there watching, hopefully, feel free to correct me in chat, and I will take care of that. But and it has
so
like
it's kind of like murky.
Yeah, it's like a
Okay.
like a translucent pinkish, like a pinkish, like a white pink, like a very pale, and that's
Like
a
quartz.
fix. Yeah. Let me get an intelligence check for it.
All right. Intelligence.
Yeah, it looks like a rose quartz to you, like a perfectly polished sphere of kind of like a rose quartz, but there's no inclusions, so you don't see any cracks or anything. It's just a perfectly round, like a pink quartz, very pale sphere at the end of this.
Oh wow.
This I can let go for 100 pharaohs for you.
Oh my, that is.
And this patina
Wow.
here, it's not going to corrode any more than that. It'll be perfectly fine.
I'll take out my other mace and compare the two and see if my current mace is rusting and all.
Yeah, it's starting to, like little bits and pieces of rust are starting to accumulate on it. It's not too bad, but yeah, it's definitely showing signs of wear.
Well, this seems like a fine weapon.
It is. We sell nothing but fine weapons here.
And how did you craft this yourself?
Not myself, one of my apprentices.
I see.
But
Can
I swear
I
by it, though.
do an insight check to just see like if he's an honest craftsman and
Go for it.
like
Yeah, go for it.
merchant?
Yeah, he seems like a legitimate businessman, and he seems really happy that, it seems like to him the start of the day with this kind of business is going to be great for him.
Oh well, my good sir, I believe we have a deal. How about I even give you my old mace, and we could
Sure.
make it a 99 gold even?
Oh, no. Sorry, no. I thought you were just
Just 100?
I thought you were just like kind of like trying not to just dump it out there, which I appreciated for the sake of the environment, but I'm sorry, but it has no value.
Well, I certainly won't throw it away, but I will just give it to you and pay you 100.
Excellent. You won't forget it. This is Narcy, trust me.
All right, and is that mace like what is the stats here?
Oh, it's just a regular mace, but I mean, it won't really help for you. Actually, hold on, give me 1 second. The head is good enough, it can be considered like a spell focus.
Oh.
I just don't know. Maybe 1 second here. I just don't know if it's limited to arcane or if divine. Like if they're like cross-platform. Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
Oh, it says arcane. Yeah. So sorcerer, warlock, wizard, artificer. Yeah. So it would be okay for an arcane spell focus.
Well,
That should help you.
I don't think I need to hold my spell focus.
Well, not
cast
anymore, actually. Well, I think with Warcaster, your hands can be occupied by something else. So, I think you should be okay. I'm not sure offhand. We can cross that bridge when we get there.
I am a warcaster.
Would you have anything made out of obsidian?
I do. Several things. Is there a
And
particular weapon you're looking for?
what's the starting price range for something made out of obsidian?
Well, it depends on the item.
A weapon like an axe or a sword.
Well, I mean, they're all different, let's see. I mean, I have an onyx jambia here, and you see him quickly pull out this curved black blade dagger, from like underneath his robe, and it just comes out like, this jambia here, excellent weapon. I could probably let go for 70 pharaohs. There's something else. Well, actually, you mentioned an axe. I do have an axe, actually. Let's see. Hold on here. Hand axe. Talking like a hand axe, or I only have a hand axe, not the larger one.
I was thinking like a battle axe.
Or no, I don't have one of those ready made. But again, I could make that relatively quickly for you. I could probably have it. End of day, I have the material. I have the obsidian.
And what would be the price for something like that?
Battle axe, obsidian. Give me 1 second, I'll tell you. Let me think. You seem like just doing mental math. Battle axe.
But Eric is actually doing math.
No, I'm looking for the item. Come on. It's taking so long.
You're just watching as Leister asks Baby for his gold pouch so that he can buy because Baby
Yeah.
watches the pouch when they're in the town.
That's pretty
That's
smart.
safer. Are you sure? Won't you go buy something to eat?
You know, actually, a battle axe wouldn't be that much more. We're looking at maybe 85 pharaohs.
Okay. I think I will take some time to consider it, and then if I'm interested, I will come back and contract you.
Sure, that sounds fair.
Hey, Eric.
Yeah.
So, just for future reference, I am curious, is there, like, no haggling in this game?
Oh, you can certainly try to do whatever.
Okay. Just wondering.
Yeah. No, you can definitely do it. You know, I mean,
Cool.
unless I say like, I mean, usually I'll say it's PHB prices. That's just for like brevity or whatever. But if you want to try and haggle, just beware. That sometimes haggling turns into bad situations.
I've never seen it successful yet, but I'm looking out, I'm thinking about it. I mean, Melica is not much of a haggler, but I have a feeling Logan might be.
So, all right. Anybody else wants some of our fine ways?
Meister will just pay for 20 arrows.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's like a gold piece or something.
Yes. I googled it and everything.
Cool.
Oh, now I have to do math to figure out how many arrows I have.
So, did anyone want to pick up some clothing to mimic what the local populace is wearing?
Maybe our traveling cloaks will suffice.
I might be willing to pick up something. I think this outfit has a couple more outfits I can store within it.
What?
Well, hold on, wait.
Yeah, what?
Before you start talking about other businesses, Mr. Knight, sir, what say you on that hammer? Looks good in your hands. Oh, it's good contrast with your fur.
What's that made out of?
The one he's holding. It has a jade.
Yes,
It has a jade head.
jade. And that's durable enough for combat.
Hey, you've crafted it properly, yeah. I've seen giants filled with rocks. This'll do fine.
Well, I will leave my shield here so you can replicate this on a wooden one or whatever you deem will last in this environment. And then when I come to pick this up tonight, if the Warhammer is still available, you might be able to do business.
You don't want to leave a deposit. First come, first serve,
No.
All right.
But I will take the shield.
All right. And you're gonna have him make it with a holy symbol on it, or?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yeah, PHB price for that. Was that 25 gold? Or is it plus 25 gold? Shield. So yeah, okay, so yeah, it's 10 gold for the shield, and then I think it's 25 for the symbol, right? Is that how it works?
There's no cost for it on D&D Beyond.
For what?
So there's no cost for it on D&D Beyond.
Really? I mean, holy symbol's 25 gold, right? Let me see. Holy symbol. Holy symbol. Why is there no price?
They say an M. Let's see, PHP 151.
Because a holy symbol can be something or another thing.
Yeah, it can be.
Oh,
If
there's
it just-
Chief. There's
It
super
could be a-
Chief. Okay, hold on. Let's see. An amulet for a
Yeah.
cleric is only 5 gold. I don't know where I got the 25 gold from.
Emblem is 5 gold.
Okay, so let's see. An emblem. Okay, so then it'll be 15 total. Okay, yeah, there we go. Yeah, that works. Yeah. To use the symbol in this way, the caster must hold it in hand, wear it visibly, or bear it on a shield. Okay, yeah, so 10 for the shield and then 5 for the emblem. So 15 gold total.
Man, I'm just now realizing I paid like 100 gold for a mace that only looks cooler than my last mace.
Oh, it's pretty though. That's nice.
Hey, it won't fall apart, right?
We hope not.
Allegedly.
That's what the guy said.
It's an illusion. As soon as we step out of the temp, everything will go.
Oh no! I'm sure Melica would fall for that. I feel
See,
like
you
this
need a
is a
raccoon to also
weapon
give your
worthy of
money
a
to.
name. I did an insight. He seemed honest.
I did an insight. I did a perception and noticed something. All right, so anybody else have any business here? I want to open up these walls to, so people don't think we're closed here. Anyone? No? All right.
No, I've got just what I wanted.
All right, cool. So, yeah, gives a quick nod. People roll up the all of the walls and fasten them, to the outskirts of this tent. And all right, yeah. So come by here. I'll probably have it ready for you mid-afternoon. It's not gonna take much to get the shield going and add this emblem on it for you. So yeah. I mean, it's custom, so you need to pay up front. But other than that, we're good. And then, if you're not gonna take the hammer, kind of, puts his hand out, for you to give it back. He's like, I'll just, keep it nice and secure here for you.
Thank you. Except if it's still here when we come back, then maybe.
If it's still here when you come back, maybe.
Yes.
All right. If that doesn't make me feel warm inside, I don't know what will. So, all right. I'll see you all.
Right?
I'll see you all later on, I guess, eh?
Have a good day.
All right. As you. Thank you very much.
All right, before I step out back into the market, I'm going to take my cloak out of my traveler's pack and put that on.
Okay.
To cover up my gaudy outfit.
Okay.
I'll also put on my cloak.
Which the cloak is a basic forest green.
Okay.
Mine is like a dark brown.
You guys notice here in the market that like the ground, it's like kind of dirt and grass, more so, and it's like literally across the street, like right over here, it's more like sandy,
I've been wondering about this, and what's where I was, it was a bit more temperate, so to speak. Is the city on some sort of line? Can I walk down to like the city line and kind of look up and down the street to see if that phenomenon continues?
Yeah.
It seems that way. But, well, when we arrived, we noticed a distinct difference in the terrain, turning from the forest that we were in previously to the desert almost instantly. It seems to have something to do with the transport of the city.
I was about to ask if it did. Do you know if the city's transport caused it or stopped desertification? I'm not sure about the word.
I'm not sure either.
According to Jacob, the desert was brought over from Alcaria during the teleportation. Or at least part of it was. So it looks like, I guess, as part of the desert region is within the city, and the other ground beneath it to the west might be from the current island that we're on.
Huh.
Well, that leaves me with yet more questions. Like, for instance, what was left in Ibat's place when it was transported from Okaria? An abyss?
Just a crater, perhaps?
Have stories? Has anyone heard of whole cities disappearing?
Perhaps the
No.
Academy might be of more use to us than we thought.
This is what I was thinking.
The skeptical side of me tells me they're not going to be very useful. But I'm not against going.
I'm all for academia.
I agree that it may not be the most useful. I can see their reticence, but they won't give us anything if we don't ask, so...
It can't hurt. We have no other leads to go on.
Not as of yet.
Should I have not spent 100 gold on this beautiful weapon?
I think it's quite a beautiful weapon, if you ask me.
I think it is worth it.
Beauty only goes so far in combat.
The merchant seemed very trustworthy to me, and...
Is it a jade-tipped mace?
Well, this is certainly a rose quartz mace.
Rose quartz, okay.
It's finely made, and he claimed that it would not rust or deteriorate further than this, and that brings me much comfort, as my previous mace was. It seems this environment is harsh on our metal objects.
Yes. I have a question about preserving our weapons that I'm going to pose at the Academy. That's why I didn't buy anything for myself just yet.
I see. Well, shall we? Shall we head to the Academy then? Is everyone ready to go?
Yes, left.
I'm ready.
Indeed.
All right. Sticking to the main roads. Oops.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious what these red trees are.
Me too. I kind of want to go out that way, but...
Yeah. You probably didn't see them, but did we see them on our way in? Eric?
Yeah. They're huge. Those trees are like, 80 to 100 feet tall.
Oh my gosh.
They're all like massive.
Do you
all
think they got farms tours?
Yeah, are they like? Yeah, do they have tours?
All right. It's not too long. You're going through. It probably takes more time to get out of the market than it does for you to get to the edge of the market to the Academy. So let's say a good 20 minutes, 25 minutes or so, and you're at this really interesting looking building here. Again, it's all like, sandstone. This is multiple
Now, which
stories.
one is it?
Where you are right now, over here.
Oh, okay, I'm not looking at the right part of the map. Oopsie. There it is.
So yeah, this one's a couple stories tall, probably a good 3 or 4 stories or so. And, there's staircases, and you can see like these huge red awnings, whatnot. And this building, there's a lot of like ruins and whatnot that are carved into it, None of them really seem familiar, but you are definitely getting an arcane feel, just from the let's say the line work, I guess, and on top of this building, there is like a huge obelisk that's going up probably another 60 or so feet. So this building is, to the very top of the obelisk is probably a good 70, 80 feet tall. But the top half of it is just obelisk. And you see some like main doors, and there is a large staircase that, actually you guys are in the front of the building, so it's like over here. And see a really large staircase that goes up to these heavy double doors that are closed.
Is there anyone outside?
Yeah, you see a couple of people in robes just kind of like hanging out. You see like a couple, let's say 3 people, and they're just kind of like leaning up against the wall. And they're just engaged in conversation. Same deal. They're all dressed in robes. These have they're not. These are going to be blue robes.
Like mine. Accidentally. Mine are probably a different shade, but
yeah.
Yeah. Should we go approach them? Perhaps the ones closest to the stairs, see if they might have something to tell us.
Absolutely, why not?
So they all kind of, as you see them approach, as they see you approaching, they all stop talking and they all like look at you as you approach them.
And does they look, the way they look back at us, do they look fearful or happy or what?
Let me get inside at disadvantage because their faces are covered and stuff.
May I roll insight
Sure.
at disadvantage?
Go for it.
Well, bam! I rolled the same thing twice.
Hope it was good.
Oh, right. Both of you just feel like they were, they seem a little defensive.
Logan?
Well, hello, gentlemen. How are you today?
Or ladies?
We're fine.
Oh, is this the Arcane Academy?
It is.
Fantastic. My friends and I are Outlanders, and we've got some interesting phenomena we'd like to discuss with those educated in the arcane. Is the building open to visitors?
Not yet. It won't be open until the afternoon. To the public.
Why is that?
Well, to the public anyway. There are currently some classes and whatnot going on. What type of phenomena are you speaking of?
Well, it's quite troubling. I'm not sure if you would want to hear about it. It might haunt your nightmares.
Well, normally when people ask questions, it's because they want answers. But you're an Outlander, so things might be a little different where you're from. Well, if you don't want to tell me about it, that's fine. I understand. Sometimes the arcane can be of a very private nature. But yeah, you got a good hour and a half before those doors are gonna open to you.
No problem. And who would be a good person to speak to?
Well, since I don't really know much about of the phenomena you're speaking of, I can't really point you in any directions.
Okay.
I hope you understand.
That is quite a dark.
We've all been having some shared dreams at the very least, and perhaps something more. Anything you would know about that, or anyone you would know who might know about that?
Shared
No reason not
dreams.
to.
Like, are you speaking of like goals and aspirations, or like
No.
resting dreams?
Yes, like literal dreams. I don't know if we're going to some land of dream together or being transported to somewhere else, but it seems to be that at night sometimes we are our resting dreams, as you say, are more.
Well, we were all resting, and Nathan here was not resting, and he was transported to the strange land that we were all transported to. And I take it you're not a student, if you are not in classes at this time.
Oh, you're pretty observant. Which one of you is Nathan?
I would be. Raise my hand.
Why weren't you sleeping and everybody else was?
I was walking, journeying actually to this very city, but came for me when I was walking, journeying.
Walking, journeying. That's it's pretty interesting. Dreams.
And then we woke up, and he was transported to where we were.
Isn't there like those hippie wizards that don't they, you know, and it's like he kind of turns and he's kind of like conversing with his, you know, the other two there, and he's like, you know, those hippie wizards that live in the woods, don't they do something with dreams? And you can
Do you mean druids?
Druids, yes, the hippie wizards, yes. You might get some answers for dreams from a circle of dreams hippie wizard, but
Hippie
I mean,
wizard.
you can go inside and, you know, try and. It's going to be really difficult for you to get an audience with one of the headmasters here, especially without being a student. You're more than welcome to try, though. I mean, sorry, I don't have any information myself.
So if you're not a student and not a headmaster, then what does that make you?
Not a student and not a headmaster. He says it like quite a, like matter of fact, and like smiles, almost smart ass.
Well, then if we are not to receive help here, then where can we find these so-called hippie wizards?
I didn't say you couldn't find help here. I said I'm not sure who you'd find help from. The hippie wizards, they tend to be reclusive. You know, they like to hide out in the jungles with their little fairies and run around naked and do naughty things.
Probably in the wildlands, the Feylands, whatever that was. Remember Melica?
I do. It near the gate on the map that I wanted to head to.
Shh. Let's not talk about that.
They're all looking
Anyway.
at you like very intently. You can see their eyes like peering through, you know, their little.
I care not
Absence.
for what they're seeing or looking at.
Anyway,
I guess. Well, maybe we should be on our way, or we should come back in an hour or so.
Yes, I mean,
Yeah.
it'll be open. The library will be open to the public in an hour and a half or so.
Well, that is all we care for, the library.
There's plenty of books in here, and there should be somebody, you know, who can help guide you to the right sections you're looking for. There is a fee, you know, an hourly fee, but
Sure.
you all look like you're a bit well off, so I'm sure they'll be fine.
do you work for the academy?
I work with the academy at times.
I see.
I'm my own boss.
Okay.
So I got some of your names: Nathan, Melica.
We don't believe we ever got yours.
Well, I never offered it, but
But if you are offering ours or asking for them,
right. Well, what are the rest of yours? So I mean, you know, we have this one here who hasn't offered the name, who speaks, and then you have the quiet ones.
Oh, I think we should probably be on now. We are late for an appointment. Are we not?
How convenient. Have an excellent day.
You could call us the Outlanders.
Like you have a choice.
Is it that obvious?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah. All right. Well, the rust kind of gives it away.
might
I
I?
look at Alcaeus.
It's not my fault. Okay.
Perhaps it's time to switch to leather armor.
He's still good for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Maybe we can find some sort of carapace that we can turn into
Ooh.
more heavier armor.
Right, maybe we can get some big giant tortoise shells and slap those around you.
Yeah. Did we see that at a vendor previously?
Well, yeah,
A
at
carab-
the dwarven little tent or whatever. You did see like bits of armor that looked like that weren't metal, or leather or what. I mean, you did see leather and stuff, but there were a couple of things,
Like from like
plates
crabs
of
and
definitely
beetles and things like that.
Yeah, different things.
Chitinous.
An exoskeleton.
Yep.
Scorpion armor.
Yeah.
Scorpion armor would be so fitting.
I mean, they were more
we
like
could,
pieces.
I was waiting for
Make
someone
some
to
of
say
that,
it. No one did.
Like most of the stuff
maybe
there
we
you
should
saw,
like find another one.
Yeah, most of the stuff you saw under the tent was like pieces, so like there was like a pauldron, and then there was, like a shin guard and, whatever. Full suits. I mean, you could do like, you could probably piece it together. But if you wanted something that was like specifically uniform, that would probably have to get made, and you'd get measured out, and whatever. It just depends on what you want.
Yeah, but if you provide the materials. Yeah. Okay. Well, should we get on to lunch then?
Yes, baby's looking very hungry. We need to get her
poor-
a snack.
Poor baby, skinniest raccoon I've ever seen.
The raccoon's name is Baby. All right. 3 more to go in the dog.
Oyster squids.
How do you know I was talking about the raccoon?
Someone
Oh,
just said.
I gave it away.
Someone just said,
It's
Baby the raccoon. I did a perception and noticed.
Oh. Well, we should be on our way then. I'll see you again, kind stranger.
Shamali. That's my name. Come back when you're ready.
Shimali.
Somali. Ooh.
If I might excuse you, take one more moment. Have you ever seen something like this dog? Kind of at Maxwell? Just personal curiosity, this one.
It looks like a construct, no?
Yes. I was wondering.
I've seen different constructs before. Yes.
Right.
I wonder if he's gonna rust.
Oh no, it doesn't quite. No, I've taken care of that, I believe.
Usually, enchantments have a tendency of keeping nature at bay.
Is Maxwell magical then?
Maxwell, I like you, Melica.
Oh, great.
Don't worry. The name of a metallic dog has little weight, much less than him. But it's magical then.
For the arcane, names carry much power.
No.
And I stare at Jamil intently. Isn't that right?
Kind of like tilts his head a little bit and nods. He can.
Anyway, let's go get some falafel.
All right.
Yum.
Y'all be safe now.
And you as well.
Peace be with you.
Also, shoot.
All right. And they just go back to like chit-chatting. And, the people with the higher perception, so I guess it would be Melica and whoever else has, let's say, a 14 or better. You can kind of hear them, and they're like really snide.
My passive is increased too.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, you can hear them. They're like fucking outlanders. It's so weird.
I'm like, fucking locals.
Fucking locals.
The age-old sloop.
All right. Where are you all going?
Is there a falafel stand nearby?
Yeah, I think we were going for lunch. What better way to kill time than lunch?
Sure. You could find yeah. There's a couple of like street cart vendors around here that because around the academy there's always people that want to eat something. So yeah, you could find something.
Yeah, somewhere with some seats
Can I
and
take?
drinks.
Oh,
I'm
seats
sorry.
and drinks? No. There's only carts around here.
We can stand. Come on.
Oh, we could stand.
It's not so hard. Can I take my painter's tools and just touch them to my shield and use my magical tinkering to cause a symbol of Moradin to appear, a static visual image across it?
How's that work mechanically? Like, what are you doing?
I sent it to you, but I can use touch a artisan's tools and touch a non-magical object as an action and give it one of the following properties, and it just gives it a static symbol, like a static symbol. It's
Oh, wait.
no benefit or effect.
No.
It's just
The only thing I saw you send me was the shift weave.
let me see.
Oh, I see it now. Okay, hold on. Doesn't say if it takes an action or anything. Did I miss that?
It says it takes an action.
Okay.
You touch a non-magical object as an action and give it one of the following properties.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I missed that. Thank you. All right. So, what are you trying to do to it again?
I just want to give it the symbol of Moradin, the anvil and hammer.
Your god.
Yeah,
Let's see what it does.
it's not a holy symbol by any means. It's just a visual symbol to show my devotion to him to any other devotees that might see it.
Yeah.
A static visual effect appears on one of the objects. It can be a picture. Yeah, that works.
Cool, awesome. Yeah,
Okay. All right.
just
Cool.
want to do that while the others are getting some food.
All right. Cool. It is 8:01. So let's take our break real quick.
Okay.
I know I gotta take care of something really quick during break. So instead of 8:15, let's get back at 8:20. Is that cool?
Sounds
Yeah,
good.
sure.
Yeah.
All right. So
See you
if you're
then.
out there watching, go ahead and hit that follow button because I know you like our game because we like it and it's fun. And we will see you in about 20 minutes.
Quick subscribe.
Quick subscribe, hit the
Like,
follow
comment,
button,
subscribe.
like and subscribe, hit that bell if it's on YouTube. Yay! Okay.
Comment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
comment.
yeah, leave some
I always
comments.
comment
read
on
the
our
comments.
videos.
Tell us you like us. Tell us you hate us. Say something.
Say what you like. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Only
even
nice
if it's
things.
bad,
See y'all
but
soon.
like it would make me happy to hear good things.
It would be cool.
All right.
It
Good,
would.
Mike. See you in a bit.
BRB.
Yeah. See you guys soon.
anybody home?
Hello.
Hello. Did you have a good Christmas, Landon?
Yeah, it was chill.
That's the best.
Yeah, not much to change because it's only just me and my grandparents mostly anyways. The only difference is my friend usually comes and mooches dinner.
Yeah. Yeah, same here, really. I mean, nothing changed for me because I have a really small family. But Thanksgiving was the one that was like, oh man, because I usually have a Friendsgiving that's quite large and successful.
No.
So that was all right. But yeah, I got a pressure cooker and I'm so excited to use it.
Those sound fun. They always also sound terrifying, but they also sound fun.
Yeah, I read the safety manual and I'm kind of terrified.
It's like, oh, this handy tool, but if you fuck up, you fuck up.
Yeah. So many burn warnings.
Yeah. Say goodbye to your skin.
Yeah. Yeah. It'll be fine.
Yes, he'll be fine. I believe in you.
Yeah, I'm gonna make some delicious foods.
I believe. I just finished eating a piece of pie. I managed to sneak in.
I ate a cookie.
Oh, nice. I already finished all the Christmas cookies I made.
Good
I'm
for you.
making
I've
way
been
ahead of time.
rationing. I have Christmas cookies that my friend made and Reese's peanut butter cups and some of those Lindt truffle things.
Oh, yeah, I got a few of those. Yeah, my chocolate I ration out. I can make any chocolate I get from any holiday last me a whole year.
That's
I
amazing.
tuck it away like squirrels. I just put it in middle tins and then I forget about it. And then, like, a couple months later, I'll open up a tin and be like, oh, wow, I have a whole stash.
What a pleasant surprise. Thank you, past me. That is wonderful. Yeah, I don't know why I bought so much candy because it was like so cheap, I guess, but I don't eat that much candy, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't anymore because I got really shit teeth and I can't afford the dentist bills.
Oh, yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, I've got, no matter like how well I take care of my teeth, no matter what, I'll have cavities. No matter how well I take care of them, pretty much. So then I cut out a bunch of extra shit just to help as much as possible.
Yeah, it's sugar. And do you drink pop? I mean,
usually
soda?
maybe have one a day.
One
Sometimes.
a day.
But now I drink it like through a straw and I don't let it go anywhere near my teeth.
Ooh. I feel like pop is the biggest.
Yeah, it's
culprit.
the biggest thing. Yeah.
Because, like, I don't drink any pop.
Yeah,
And
I try
I don't have
not
any
to.
cavities.
Every once in a while, I have it as my like dessert. Just because I hate dinner, so eating dinner so much, I'm always like, this is my nice peaceful after.
I'm here. I'm just reconnecting my mic.
Hey.
Hello, hello.
Let me your dice hard.
Hey.
I got some.
We've exchanged pet pictures.
Yes. Next, show me.
You got
New
one for
dice.
Christmas?
Ooh.
Awesome.
And a dice holder too, actually.
Hello, hello.
Hello, Eric.
Hello.
Hello. That's so weird. I don't see the bar on my name.
Hello.
It takes a while sometimes.
Okay.
Weird.
Yeah, it's lagging a little bit. All right. We got Tyler, we got Landon, we got Chey, we got Ian. Matt, you back? Steve, you back?
Steve?
Hello.
There's no Steve.
No Steve. Okay. All right. So everybody's eating, whatever they're gonna eat from one of these carts. 5 copper pieces each. For snacks and goodies. Some good street foods. I have best falafel in the cart area.
I'm sure. I'm not too hungry just yet. Thank you, though.
You need to eat something, otherwise you get sick in this heat.
I don't tend to get sick either, actually.
What are you, like, a construct or something?
No, of course not.
But your dog?
My dog, yes, he is. He doesn't need to eat anything either, but that's different. No, I filled up this morning on bread and butter.
You're right, suit your health.
Nice accent.
Oh, thank you.
Very phlegmy. I feel like I'm related to this person.
All right. So
Well,
you guys
we'll
are
have a
eating.
falafel.
Whatever it is you're eating. I don't even know what falafel is. And
I don't know.
How many copper was it?
5.
Alright.
4 and some phlegm.
5 scorpions.
The phlegm comes great.
Alright then.
It's so hot this morning. That's how it is at the flea market down in Fort Lauderdale. All right, so you'll get some food. Everything's nice and tasty. And what would you guys all like to do now?
Well, I think we would just sit around and discuss things while whiling away the hour.
All right. Anything in particular?
I have a question.
Yeah.
What is your question?
This is half out of game because I'm not sure. How, do people just know about health potions? Is that just a thing? Or is that a thing Leicester would not necessarily know about?
Health potions are pretty common knowledge. Yeah. That's good, though. I'd rather you ask than assume. So, yeah.
In the adventuring career,
Mm-hmm.
I'd say they are
Yeah,
common knowledge.
Yeah, most low-level magic items or common magic items, they're unless like the setting itself is a low magic setting, they're gonna be relatively they're gonna be known of.
Okay, just wanted to ask 'cause I wasn't sure how.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think the markets would have ways to protect ourselves from being knocked out by the scorpions as easily?
Good idea.
I'm sure they
Ways?
would.
What sort of ways?
Health potions or antidotes?
Yes, those weird colorful juices I've seen.
Well, potions.
Yes.
Yeah,
Those.
they were available back in Bacanunya, but as you might recall, they were quite pricey.
Yes, I don't have much coin myself.
Hey, have any of you ever heard of shawarma? I think I saw a shawarma place on the way here. I don't know what it is, but I want to try it.
Well, we are already having these falafels right here. It's 5 copper a head.
Yes, but I think I'm going to run over there and get some.
Enjoy that.
Leicester looks to see if the half blunt is still in his pockets.
It's there, yeah, and you open up your pouch and take a look, and the smell comes out like poof, and you get that nice fruity aroma. Did I say that right? Shawarma? What is that? Is that a food?
A thing from Avengers.
Yeah, it was kind of an Avengers joke, but
Oh, okay. You can find an elote, man. You can find coquitos.
Corn's like old though. That
I
probably
want some churros.
You can,
It's not-
yeah, chorizos, churros. You know, talk to me about Spanish food. You can find that.
Sounds good.
Some empanadas.
Ooh, yeah.
Croquetes.
Yeah, sure. You can find that. Why not?
So it sounds as if shared dreams aren't exactly common. When we talked to that man, he seemed to dismiss us quite quickly. I brought that up. So perhaps this is more unique than we were originally thinking.
Well, that fellow outside was a tool entirely.
Yes, regardless.
But I believe once we walk inside the facility, if we show somebody the diagrams we drew of the circles, we'll have a little more credibility. And in addition, we'll tell them about the tentacles and more of the story about the ship. I didn't want to go into it with some person we just met off the street.
No, I understand. Yes, I just wanted to. I tried to give him at least some sort of context, so he might have some idea. And just the fact that he's so summarily dismissed shared dreams and the like led me to at least believe that it might be common.
Well, when we discussed it with Jacob, he did not seem to think so.
No,
No, definitely not.
I would like to meet him later.
Well, the man also said that we would have to pay to enter the library. Which is quite odd.
Well, this isn't a big city, and this is an arcane building. It's not just a house of regular knowledge. They got to keep running somehow, don't they?
Indeed. I don't blame them for charging a little bit of an entry fee per hour. It seems a little reasonable. But hopefully we can convince them maybe lower it a bit. I don't know. Perhaps convince them it's related to the city or it's good. I don't know.
If
Perhaps
we have some relevant knowledge that they
yes.
might be able to use or study.
That's a great angle. Yes, let's go with that.
Some light clouds are starting to roll in, and there's a very light drizzle.
Right. Well, it's not the worst.
Perhaps this is an omen to seek shelter?
I'd agree. Can we find our way into the academy yet? How long has it been?
I mean, it could be as long as you want. We can zoom by, if you like.
Yes, let's fast forward.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah. You guys are there, finish up eating, you're chatting, whatever. It's probably, let's say it's been raining for 10 minutes, and again, a really, really light drizzle, and the doors wind up opening, and you do see there was a couple of people that have gathered waiting for the doors to open. Not many, less than 10, but they're all, in just various earth tone, desert toned robes and whatnot. Doors opened, and they all walk in,
Follow them.
Yeah.
I have to lead.
Okay.
Oh, yep.
All right. You all go inside, and there's like what appears to be like some kind of waiting area that's maybe 30 feet across by 15 feet deep, and then the whole thing is met like with a counter that runs the entire length, and there is like a turnstile, like in the center where you see a couple of people walk up to the counter, and on the other side you see a gnomish female. She appears to be older, kind of has like a grandmother kind of vibe with like these round spectacles and like the the little chains hanging from the side. That
Oh.
turns into a necklace. I don't know what those are called. Glasses, chain holder. I don't know.
Readers.
Sure. And yeah, she's wearing like some robes. Her robes are like kind of like a gray, but they have like a lavender tint to them. And her hair, it's a little bit messy. It's kept in like a messy bun. You can see like little hairpins and stuff that try and keep it tame, but it seems like her hair kind of moves a little bit on its own. She's people that are going up there. They're showing like like library cards or whatever, and then they're allowed in, and and you'll approach, and beyond the counter, you can see just like rows and rows of books. That probably go for a good 100 feet or so. And there's a bunch of different shelves and like aisles. And like the aisles, they seem to like kind of be shifting around a little bit and turning, and
So are these on the other side of the
yeah, it's on the other side of the
things?
counter. Yeah, like through the turnstile.
Okay.
And you can see like some people in there, sitting at tables and discussing like different. You're getting a very arcane vibe from just everybody in here. And as you approach, she's like, "Oh, good day to you all. How can I help you?"
Good day.
Good day.
Hello. We were wondering what the entry fee would be to peruse the library.
There's two different packages that we offer for visitors. There's a are you looking for general knowledge or more of a like magical arcane?
Definitely magical arcane.
Oh, all right.
Well, Logan, maybe she would know if you show her the symbol.
Symbol. Show me. And she starts like softly clapping her hands together, like kind of excited.
Okay. I uncap my scroll case, pull out the paper, unroll it, and show it to her. Have you ever seen something like this?
Says, let me see. And she like quickly snatches it out of your hand, unless you stop her.
I'll let her have it. Yeah.
All right. And for her being like as old and fragile and frail as she seems, she was very quick. She snatches it out and holds it like right to her face, and it's like she smells the paper, and like she kind of like scans it, like imagine her eyes are like a scanner, and she takes the sheet of paper from the bottom and like runs it slowly down all the way to the top, really close to her face. She's like, "Oh, this is very interesting. Where did you find this?"
We've encountered it many times. Last night was the most recent. Have you ever heard of black tentacles popping out of the ground and grabbing people and taking them to another land?
Black tentacles. And she's like kind
Well,
of.
the specific time there was no black tentacles. It was simply that we were transported to a land.
There were black tentacles for me.
Oh yeah, black tentacles,
Oh.
transportation, weird symbols.
And I,
Yes.
Melica, maybe you didn't see any tentacles, but perhaps while we were sleeping, they rose up around our beds and grabbed us.
Oh, that is
sounds
quite
horrible.
disturbing.
That is very disturbing. Oh my god.
Did they dress us too?
Oh,
It's still quite disturbing, yes.
Her eyes are like really big, like magnified behind her little spectacles.
yes. We went to sleep, and we woke up in this strange land with all of our belongings and armor and everything, and met this wonderful man here, Nathan, and then we came out of the dream. It was as if we were simply transported. It was very strange. Could you help us with this?
And it's not the first time it's happened either.
Sure, this definitely sounds like definitely on the arcane side. Off the top of my head, I'm not sure. Over the years, I've absorbed so much information, and to recall this symbol, no, it's drawing the blank at the moment. But if you like access to the arcane section, it's a gold pharaoh per day per person.
Could you put us in contact with someone who might be interested in this kind of occurrence?
Let's see. All right, tentacles, symbols. Hold on. So she's there, and she like quickly snaps her finger, and like a little quill just like kind of like poofs into, poofs into existence with like these little like lavender sparks and stuff, and a sheet of paper, kind of like appears and just unravels itself on the counter, and it starts writing. And she's, it's writing the, everything she's saying. So it's like, all right, tentacles, dreams, strange symbols, and she quickly does a quick sketch of the symbol that was on the sheet of paper, and it's like very accurate.
Oh, and also transportation.
Transportation.
Teleportation.
Ah, yes, teleportation. Teleportation. I believe that's conjuration. Yes, moving things from one place to another. That's definitely conjuration.
And also there were these creatures. They were undead, and they had
Well, that's
a
necromancy.
glowing
Okay,
center.
All right, a glowing center, like a glowing center. All right. All right. So necromancy, conjuration. You said tentacles. Tentacles. I don't know. That just sounds a little odd. That sounds like eldritch. Okay. What else? What else?
We think it might be related to the same way the city of Ibat was transported from Okaria into the Isle of Six.
Okaria. What is this Okaria? And I know of the Isle of Six, and I know of Ibat. That's where we are now. This Okaria? What is this?
The city of Ibat was once in another place many years ago, and it was transported to this island. Are you not familiar with this
Is this
story?
true?
No, I was not aware of this at all.
How long has the academy been here?
We've been here for decades.
How long has the city been here?
The city's always been here.
Are you familiar with a man named Jakob Farud?
Ah, yes, excellent, very good man. He comes here and offers sermons once in a while. Well, not sermons, lectures. Sorry.
He's the one who told us of this legend.
Perhaps it's then.
He may have been pulling our leg. I don't know.
I would not take Master Farud as a trickster. This is interesting, though. Very interesting. And any other information? Why not just speak with him? Why come here and speak with somebody if he's the one who told you about this?
He was unavailable this morning.
Ah, he's a very busy man. He left town this morning with a couple of individuals. They went out east or south rather, to the sands, to go investigate something.
There's a personal matter that I might wish to look into. Do you have any books on constructs or such their creation?
Well, yes, and there are several things here. It should all be in the arcane section. Yeah, definitely. I know we do have a couple of artificers that are here, so definitely we do cover some of that. Although the information is a bit limited, some of the more extravagant or rare things you can find in the larger cities, maybe like Ben Camillo, but there definitely are things going to be in here. So yeah, it's a 1 gold piece for a day over here in the academy.
Oh, that seems perfectly fair.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
I will pay it.
I'll pay the fee.
Okay. Yeah. So whoever pays up or whatever, and she gets like a little wristband, and she puts it on, everybody's wrist unless they stop her, and it says this will get you free access throughout the arcane and the regular section of this library, and it will, don't worry about taking it off. It will automatically just disappear when we close our doors this evening.
And may I ask your name, my lady?
Ah, yes, of course. I am Jarlina.
Jarlina. Good to meet you.
Jarlina, not to be confused with the evil bitch Jarlina.
Of course, we'd never do that.
Yeah, you can call me Jarly for short.
Sure, Jarly. Thank you. My name is Logan.
Oh, pleasure to meet you, Logan. Welcome to
I am
the
Melica.
academy. Melica, very pretty name.
Nathaniel, thank you.
Yes. Also,
I
yes.
Yeah, I am Alcaeus of the Sunfields.
Arceus of the Sunfields. You have lovely hair.
Yes. Thank you. This sunlight really does wonders.
Right. Actually, the companions, they're also a coin. They require their own membership to get in.
Very well. I can pay for Maxwell.
Yes. I know it sounds a little bit petty, but we have had a couple of druids, turn into companions and try and come in with their friends, and and they try to avoid the fees. So just to play it safe, we just charge every creature that comes through this turnstile 1 gold pharaoh for the day, and we have no problems.
So you do not call them hippie wizards after all?
Hippie? Well, I mean, see, some of them, but you don't have to be a druid to be a hippie. I mean, I'm a little bit of a hippie back in my day. Woo!
What's wrong with that? Yes. No problem.
There's nothing wrong with
She
it.
kind of exhales and kind of tilts her head and relaxes in her chair a little bit, almost like she's reminiscing on better times.
Charlie, we met a rather brutish fellow outside by the name of Jalamiel, I think it was.
Oh, I
I'm
I
not
thought it
familiar with that
was Shimali.
Shamala.
Shimali. Oh yeah.
You're way off.
What about Shimali?
He was just had a rather strange attitude when we just tried to
He seems
introduce
quite
ourselves.
unkind.
Shimali, he's a good person, but he feels like he does not like his time compromised, unless he's kind of one of those.
So, but he'd rather waste his time walking around the grounds, gossiping with his friends.
Well, I mean, I cannot speak for the person. He's a good person, especially if if you're into his family. They own an exotic store, with the creatures. So they kind of tend to be a little bit, a little snooty, I guess.
Well, that's good to know, as long as you vouch for him. I just wanted to make sure he wasn't somebody I had to worry about.
I don't believe anybody here is somebody you have to worry about unless you give them a reason to think differently.
Oh,
If
certainly.
only that were true.
Well, we will be off then to the arcane section, and is it possible to check out books in this library, or?
No, unfortunately, with just the visitors' passes, no books are able to be checked out.
Understood.
One more thing, Charlie. Do you know, is there any wizard here or learned arcane scholar who might be interested in talking about the phenomenon we showed you?
Yes. Let's see. It's
So that letter you're writing is off to somebody?
Well, I'm just taking notes here. That way when I do pass it on, well, the dean. Let's see. Beeman Hawkins. She is the headmaster of our conjuration school here. And I'm wondering if she might be the one to speak to regarding this. I'd have to check.
Oh,
with
would
her
it help
schedule,
if we told you that we are guests of Jakob Farud?
I don't. I mean, I can mention it. I'm really not sure. It's going to depend on the schedule. The dean, the headmistress. The headmistress dean. There you go. It's just
Hawkins.
going to Beeman Hawkins. It's just going to depend on their schedule.
Well, I don't know about the rest of you, but I could spend a day or days here, so.
Yes, I think we will spend a few days.
Thank God, thank gods, I would love to.
All right, so you're all going inside?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay. You'll go through the turnstile. You hear a click, click, click as you go through. And yeah, so you're there before all these, these long aisles of books and stuff like that. You do get some interesting looks from people that are just sitting down at tables or doing whatever.
I make sure to give them some very interesting looks back.
I just try to nod.
I ignored them completely.
Yeah, Leicester's too busy playing with the bracelet, and Baby's very happy she got her own.
I smiled, big toothy grin.
Maxwell was at his own a couple times, and I have to stop him from rubbing it off.
Alright, so what's everybody
Well
doing?
then, I guess we should look for materials pertinent to our investigation.
Could somebody maybe like write me down a list? I'm not really good with this arcane mumbo jumbo, so.
Well, we have access to the entire library, so not just the arcane section, but all of them. And I'd say we are interested in learning if there are any materials on Ocaria here, and how to get off of this island. Am I alone in that?
Also, if anybody finds anything about and ways to enchant your metal stuff to to prevent it from degrading, that would be great.
Ah, that is a point to make.
I have a few of my own inquiries about constructs and such I might be interested in pursuing. At least
Yeah, Nathan, you might know something about preventing metal from rusting.
I can infuse a few items a day with my magical abilities as they are. Right now, I infuse my long sword and my outfit itself.
I see.
So those
Yes,
are
so
like
it is not permanent.
well, as long as I keep the infusions on them last until I infuse something else. So they are likely resistant for most damage and reduction, at least while my enchantment lasts on them.
I see. They're very interesting magics.
And I wonder if storing something in, like maybe a bag of holding, would prevent the degrading.
I would presume so, as it's an extra planar space usually.
I have never thought of such a thing.
If you give me some time, I might be able to figure out how to replicate such a thing over a period of time, but we'll see.
And the woman, Darlie, she mentioned conjuration and necromancy as possible influences into what we've been experiencing, so maybe we could search books related to those topics in the Arcana.
Yes, I think that section's where we belong.
Yes, that's the first thing I'm going to look at. Anything related, possibly. The first thing I'm going to look up is teleportation circles and reference what we have.
I will help with that. So should we roll separately, or?
All right. Are both of you proficient with investigation or arcane? Actually,
Yes,
no, it'll be
both.
investigation.
have
I am not proficient.
Okay, so if Logan would like to help Melica, Melica can roll with advantage, or you can roll separately. Your choice.
Let's just roll separately.
Okay. So let's just say we're gonna go in hour-long increments. So okay, so
Okay.
that's what you two are doing for the first hour. Anybody else want to do anything?
Yes, could I look for information on constructs and more permanent constructs I think you sort of know what I'm getting at.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Absolutely.
You could do it with advantage.
Oh, awesome.
All right, Leister, Alcaeus.
I would try to find a book, maybe about metal alternatives to armor and weapons.
Ah, very cool. All right, go ahead and roll investigation on that. And Leister.
Leicester will just wander around and try and find a word he knows. Just any of the words they said. If he can find a book with that word on the book, he'll take that and then see if he can read it.
That's awesome. Okay. Leister, let me get an investigation check from you.
I'm interested in what I find, but I'm honestly a little bit more interested in what Leister finds.
Okay. Chey, were you guys going to roll separately?
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
Yes,
Logan.
we are.
All right, Logan, let me get a roll from you whenever you get a chance.
Okay.
So I already rolled, yeah.
Okay. Nice. Everybody rolled decent enough for what they're looking for. Let's start with Leister. You find a little field guide on small and tiny desert beasts. Okay, so Leister, you can kind of look through that if you like. Logan and Melica, what was it again? You said teleportation circles and what?
Yeah.
Teleportation circles and looking for things that were related to the drawing that I made or anything similar to just
Okay.
the details
Yeah,
of what
just
we.
Okay.
teleportation circles.
Okay, so between the two of you, you both managed to collect a few books that kind of touch on, teleportation circles, arcane glyphs and symbols, and teleportation, and just conjuration in general. Okay. Alcaeus, you do find a couple of like crafting guides or smithing guides on primitive weaponry or alternative, primitive weapons and armor or alternative to steel, and then Nathan, you will find a couple of books, on different, constructs and magical tinkering, minor enchantments, things like that. Everybody, whisper me the languages that you can speak, or read and write, rather. Not, if it makes a difference. And give me 1 second. My pen has disappeared. Hold on.
Oh no, the tentacles.
Ah!
Don't trust him.
To whisper, we do /WGM.
Yes, I believe.
Yeah, I think if you just click on your language proficiencies,
Oh, that's totally.
if you have everything set to whisper GM automatically, it will whisper him.
I think he said it like that. It all.
Yeah.
Might have been GM.
Yeah, so I just clicked mine, and they linked to Eric.
All right.
Yeah, I have one that they're all just written down on, so it's easy.
Yeah, I put them all in one.
Oh, mine are separate. I might do that now because that's easier.
Yeah.
All right, give me 1 second. Let me just write down a couple things before we continue.
Oh, we made it to the library. Leicester seems
A library
completely
episode.
clueless. Wow, we are really hitting all the anime tropes. It's amazing.
I'm proud of us, honestly.
We gotta find a Giles.
Oh,
Did somebody call my name?
we gotta find a Spike is what we need to find.
Oh, yes.
Oh yes.
We need a bad boy.
Oh boy, we're not doing Buffy. Sorry.
Aw,
Dang it.
there must be a D&D equivalent to Spike.
There is.
He
There
exists.
is. Well,
There's
it's
a
not
bunch of
D&D, it's Vampire.
Vampire the Masquerade. Yeah, that whole World of Darkness.
Oh, I want to
Yeah.
play Masquerade so much.
I do
Gangrel.
too. I do
Gangrel
too.
so bad.
It's a
Like, I play,
seriously. The system is really nice. The
Mhm.
whole, it's D10s and successes. And it's actually I love it. I haven't played it in like a long, long time, but I used to run live vampire games in college, and that sure is a lot
If
of
you ever
fun.
run another one, I'd
Oh.
like my name at the top of the list, please and thank you.
All right,
I was
we'll
a
go back
huge
to-
vampire LARPer back in the day.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Oh man.
Oh, I love LARP. I never did a vampire one, though.
Oh yeah.
I just read everything
I
from
wanna
Anne
go
Rice.
for
Nero. I used to play Nero. If anybody out there knows what Nero is, it's pretty awesome.
Oh, yes. Yes, Eric. Absolutely.
Oh, you're in Boston. Did you know about Ravenholdt?
I do. I haven't played it, though.
Oh, okay. It's pretty cool. All right. Hold on. I'm still writing notes. Okay. All right. Cool. Sorry about that. Okay. One go. Okay. All right. So I got everybody's languages here. Okay. Do. Okay. Let's start with Leicester. All right, Leicester, you have no problem reading your book? All right. Nathan, the books you find are in a language you do not know.
All right.
Alcaeus, you're good. But the stuff you're reading, it seems like a broken Elvish for Alcaeus, okay? And then Logan. I don't see Logan's languages. I know you put that spell up, but oh, okay, I see him now. Okay. All right. Yeah. All right, you guys are good too. It's like a mixture of Elvish and Common. Okay. All right.
Melica's good?
Yep, Maltese. Yeah, you're fine. So yeah, the only one who had trouble actually was. And you know what, Nathan? You recognize the alphabet as Gnomish. I mean, it's a Dwarvish alphabet, but it's a Gnomish tongue. So it's like, so you can recognize that. So it'll actually, let's say the languages are, it'll be like Broken Dwarvish, I guess. You could pick out bits and pieces.
Okay.
All right. How much time do you want to spend looking through your books?
I think I'll spend an hour.
Okay.
I'll spend at least 2 going through that. I know it's going to be broken, so it's going to take me a little bit longer.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go minimum 2 also.
Okay.
I'll just be around until everybody's ready to go.
Did anybody discuss like when you guys are gonna meet up again, or if you find books, are you gonna meet up all at a big
I think
table?
we're all gonna have one table.
Yeah, I
we
think we
have
should
like all
all-
our books at.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, that'll work.
Yeah,
That makes
it'll
it
be like
easier.
college.
Okay.
Yeah,
study
just-
table.
Cool.
Old
Where no
college.
studying gets done.
Yeah. So you'll find, you'll find, your relative books and whatnot, and Lyser probably is at the table first, and it's like the book's not even opened in the beginning, just kind of like playing with baby, and then it's like as people.
I'll change my mind to 2 hours if everyone else is gonna
Okay.
be sitting there for 2.
All right. And eventually, it's like when people start coming back with the books and opening them, that's when Leicester picks up. It's like, oh, that's what you're supposed to do. And I'm only playing. You can,
Completely imitating what other people do.
So okay, yeah. So you all just start like relatively, looking through your books, getting this and the other thing. Okay, now you can start asking questions with the books that you found, or the books that actually are on the table, so everybody, can kind of like share information and do whatever. Open discussion. What kind of stuff are you looking for specifically? Within
Well,
the
I
books
guess
that you have?
Logan and I have very similar books. Do we see anything like the symbols that we used in the dream world, quote unquote?
Okay, all right. So you're looking. All right, so you're looking for images that match. Anything else?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm looking for mentionings of teleportation, or just even creatures that are, with the black tentacles and um, like what we experienced.
Okay. Um. All right. So. Okay. What else are other people doing? So this will break down into like half an hour increments. So Nathan, are you looking for anything in particular? If you want to
Yeah.
be, if you want to be private about it, or anybody, if anybody wants to be private about what they're looking for specifically within whatever they found, send me a whisper.
I'm gonna whisper you.
Okay. All right, Leicester. Anything in particular?
Just going over the beasts in the book.
Okay.
well,
so
with
just-
Leicester's
Yeah.
book that they found, I would like to see if there's any mention of using creatures' leftover parts for armor.
Mm.
okay.
Oh yeah, Leicester will be just reading
that's
something, like
actually-
just commenting it out loud.
That would be more in like
annoyingly,
in
the
in
entire time.
Alcaeus's book.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
When he
Well, then
finds
that-
something
yeah.
interesting, he'll just be like, "Oh, there's this thing called a da," and then he'll look up and see everyone else reading, and then
Okay. All right. All right. Cool. All right. Okay. Cool. All right. Nathan, let me get an investigation or intelligence check. Investigation. Let me get that from you. Melica and Logan, you can each give me an investigation, or Melica can do it with advantage. Decide before you roll.
Let's each roll individually.
Okay. Leicester, go ahead and let me just get an intelligence or an investigation check from you. And Alcaeus, are you looking for anything in particular in your book?
Yeah, first, I want to see how viable rose quartz and jade are as weapon alternatives.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Let me get an investigation check from you, please.
Ouch. I mean, I just want to say that I did roll a pretty high insight check on that guy,
Yeah.
so.
Listen,
he's
I-
the final boss. You would have had to get
he
20.
could
I will
bleed.
murder him if he's a.
All he said was
I
that
would-
he wouldn't,
Somebody's.
Oh, what's that feedback?
Somebody's. I think that's
Ow.
Leicester.
Ouch. What?
Okay. The first half an hour of investigation or looking through the books, and nobody finds any information that they're looking for. Yeah. Oh my God! Where is that coming from? Is that coming from me?
Is that Tyler? Or is that
Could it be me?
Tyler or you?
It's either Eric or Tyler, I think.
That's bad.
Tyler,
I
say
don't hear it right
something.
now.
Hi.
Hello. Can you guys
Hi.
hear me?
It's gone. Right now, yeah.
It's
Okay.
I
gone
don't
for
hear it.
now,
Yeah,
but
that was weird. Ooh.
some pretty
One of
intense
you.
feedback.
Yeah, it's like.
I was like blending my brain. I forgot any thoughts I had.
I don't even know what just happened.
All right. So, can everybody hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
That's weird. I'm still not getting the blue bar. Okay. That's fine. All right. Yeah. So the first half an hour, and nobody finds any information relevant to what they're looking for.
Hooray!
Second half an hour. What would you like to do? Continue?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Let me get investigation checks again from everyone, please.
Yeah, I'm gonna try for the same thing I was trying for.
I'm glad we were.
Nathan, give me disadvantage on yours.
Yep. Okay. I'm just gonna give you another one because I already sent one through.
Okay.
Okay. Well, there we go.
Okay. All right. This okay. This second half an hour seems to be more fruitful. Okay, Alcaeus. In this one, you know the book that you're looking through. It talks more about like simple weapons more than like decorative. More like bone, shells, rocks, leather, things like that. It talks briefly about the use of stone or obsidian, but nothing on like semi-precious stones. Nothing that you could find so far. Okay, so that's for you. Okay, Nathan, you are still drawing a complete blank. You find absolutely nothing. Logan, you're not really finding anything. Leister, you start finding some information on venomous snakes that are found in the desert and how their venom can be, harvested for both, healing and war purposes. So it talks about, and there's like little like sketches with like watercolor, so it identifies a couple of different, lake snakes and things like that you might find like in an arid environment, and then Melica, at the very end of the hour, you do find what appears to be a very rough and worn depiction of the symbol that you guys are looking for. There are a couple of pieces missing in the image that you're looking at, but it looks pretty close. As far as all of the writing and stuff around it, it seems more like an arcane kind of writing or something. Hold on, who speaks Draconic? Anybody? Hold on, let me go back up.
No.
I do.
Yeah, you're not looking at that book though.
It's true.
Can anyone read this?
Hold
The
on,
symbol
hold on.
is.
We are all at the same table, and I'm
Yeah,
getting
you are.
frustrated.
Yeah, we
You
are
are.
all at the same table.
Okay.
I could cast a spell so that I can understand
No,
it.
I
No,
open
I
it up
can-
to everyone.
Yeah, I'll take a look if I might.
Oh, yes. Please, this is similar to the symbol that we used, is it not?
Never. No, yes, it looks similar. My book's been no use, so let me see if I can get anything from yours.
Okay.
All right. Like I said, I mean, the symbol looks pretty similar. Like there's the 5 circles with like the circle and the ray, and you can kind of see things connecting. But a lot of the symbols that were inside, like the little tiny whatever, those like mainly missing, or some of them even look a little different. Okay, so that's gonna be all right. So this is the end of the first hour, and the only thing that you can pick up is, I'm gonna spell this out. Okay, so whoever wants to write it
Okay.
down, K N E G W Y C K.
Can you
Negwick?
get quick?
Negwick?
It's like, yeah, well, yeah. Yeah.
Negwick?
Say it however you want. And you
Because
actually,
it's like a silent K.
Get quick.
sure. But you actually, in like the couple of surrounding pages around this like this loose symbol that you find, you see that referenced probably a few times. Other than that, it's kind of just like just miscellaneous jargon or whatever. But you pick that out, like you recognize those symbols.
Can you spell it out on the chat?
Yeah.
Get quick.
I think Megwick.
Negwick.
Does anybody recognize that word in any sort of language?
No, afraid not.
Not immediately.
No.
I don't think so.
I'm gonna cast comprehend languages then and see try to find out what that word means.
All right. Before you do that, give me 1 second. Are you casting it as a spell? Oh, it's not a ritual? I thought that was a ritual.
Well, I think ritual casting is an option, right?
Yeah, well, normally it would say.
Like, if you cast something as a ritual, it doesn't use up a spell
This
slot.
is
But
this is casting time 1 action, so
yeah, one
It is a
action
ritual,
or
though.
ritual.
Yeah, I believe so.
It should be a ritual.
I thought
I
that was a
believe it
ritual.
is.
Hold on one second.
It is.
Unless maybe
Comprehend languages?
can bards cast that as a ritual or only wizards?
Can bards cast as ritual? Is that the question?
Maybe that's why it's not showing ritual on your sheet.
Because I don't know if bards have ritual casting. It's like an ability.
No, I
Oh,
think-
you might be right.
Okay, hold on one second. Comprehend.
So it's under bard rules. So like, Matt, if you go to your character sheet and if you go to the first page and on the bottom right where you have all your special abilities and background stuff, it'll say ritual casting or not.
Oh, they can. Yeah. I've looked it up. Yeah, they can.
It should be. It's weird that the spell's not showing the ritual thing on it though. The ritual tag for you. And my computer, of course, is acting very slow.
It doesn't show it when you link it in the chat, which is very odd, but it shows it
Oh, interesting.
on
Okay,
our
so
spell sheet,
yeah,
yeah.
if you want to cast it as a ritual, then that's cool. We'll do it like that.
I will do that then.
Okay.
that's
Alright,
10
cool.
minutes.
So, are there any private reading rooms?
None that you can see.
I'll go ask Charlie.
Oh, hello again. Did you find what you're
Hi,
looking for?
Charlie. I think so. And I show her the book that we have. But I do need to cast a comprehend language ritual. I was wondering if you had any like private side rooms I could use for that. I don't want to disturb any other readers.
Right. Well, they all, the private rooms have to be reserved ahead of time. They usually use for like study groups and whatnot. But if you're quiet, then I'm sure, you'll be okay. Unless, do you need music to cast your spells?
Yes. Unfortunately, I have to play my mandolin a little bit.
I'll tell you what. Just let me see if anything's open. Actually, let me get a persuasion check. Let me get a persuasion check from you, please.
Okay.
All right. Actually, look at this one. This one should be ready for like the next 15 minutes. So if you go in there and cast your ritual really quick and then get out, you should be good to go.
Oh, thank you so much, Charlie.
My pleasure.
And by the way, did you happen to get a chance to speak with the lady you
Hawkins.
recommended earlier?
And Mr. Hawkins. No, not yet. Sorry.
Okay, that's all right. Well, I will pop into that room in about 15 minutes then. Thank you.
No. You only have about 15 to 20 minutes to use it, so you best go now, dear.
Oh, go now. Okay, I misunderstood. I'm on my way. Thank you.
Nobody's. Alright, so
All right.
yeah, she'll direct you, to one of the rooms or whatever on the side walls. And it's
Okay.
like these it's just a door that's kind of like built in, and it's surrounded by like bookshelves and whatever, and you open it in there, and inside is like a 20-foot diameter, and you could see like on the floor there's like old remnants of like chalk and just like
It's just like college.
yeah, like just bits and pieces just like bits and pieces of like leftover components that were used, and stuff like that. You might find like like a broken cocoon shell, or whatever the case, just like miscellaneous whatever. I mean, it's kind of clean, but there's a little bit of miscellaneous crap. So
Okay.
all right, you go in there.
I'll start doing the ritual then.
All right. Ritual only takes 10 minutes, so plus one night. Okay, so yeah, you do your, sing your little song or whatever, help me read what I see, and whatever you're gonna do, and then yeah, so that happens. Boop. Okay.
Okay. Any significance to the word Negwick?
No, I mean it takes you a minute to read per page.
Okay.
And okay, let's see. Okay, yeah, so you have to touch the page, as you're reading, and it takes a minute. Okay, so the language is, it's like as you like kind of just like touching the stuff like braille almost, you're like feeling out like the different letters and whatnot, and it's pretty much talking about the this you also pick up another name that's in there that was like actually, you know what, let me get an intelligence check from you, or investigation, your choice. All right, cool. It talks about a fallen fae that kind of pissed off the wrong people and was cast from the Fey realms. And you also gather, I'll spell it out for you. Is Jodonim. Did you get that? Everybody?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, got it.
Jodonim. Oh, crap.
And that's what you pick up just in the first minute, just like, scanning through that
Okay.
one page.
Okay, I'm going to use my full 15, so I'll go 4 more minutes.
No. Okay, you can cast a spell in the room and then leave.
Okay, well, then I will leave.
So it lasts an hour.
I'll leave, and then I'll do my braille thing over at the table.
Okay. Are you just going to focus on that one book that you have where you found the symbol, or you want to try other stuff as well?
No, I'll check another book. If there's another related book, I'll check that.
Okay, and
Your book?
And what are you doing? You just kind of like reading it out loud at the table for everyone?
Yeah, as I discover things, I'll say it out loud.
Okay. All right. So we are now entering.
So is this Jodonim a fallen fae?
I don't know, Eric.
Well,
or was that Negwick?
What it seems like?
Well, it makes reference to the fallen fae in general, like an individual fallen fae, and the Nedrick and the Jodonim are the two names that you pick out of all of that information.
Okay. And anything about black tentacles?
All right, so you continue. All right, so now for the third hour, what's everybody doing?
No, we're going into our second
hour.
Yeah, this is going.
Oh
into
yeah,
the
you're right.
second
You're
hour.
right. You're right. I'm sorry. All right,
Third half hour. Yeah.
Third
all right,
half
so
hour.
for the third half-hour section,
Maintaining my continual failed attempts.
All right.
Well, I think Melica is interested in what Alcaeus is reading about alternative substances to metal and seeing if the quartz and jade is actually effective.
I mean, he'll tell you that what he's read so far, that book is more about like just primitive weaponry in general, not so much like the use of semi-precious
Oh,
stones.
okay. Well, then, maybe Melica will go off looking for another book.
Maybe you can find something about the Fey realms and different Fey creatures.
Oh, certainly, yes. I'll get right on it. So I'll spend the half hour looking for a book on that.
On
The
which
Fey
one?
realm,
Perhaps the Fallen Fae specifically,
the Fallen Fey, yes.
if such a thing exists.
Okay. Like just
Seems
Fallen Fae
quite
in general?
specific. Yeah, Fallen Fey in general.
Okay. Sounds good. All right, Nathan, you're continuing to look through your books. Logan, you're starting to decipher stuff from these same books. Leister, what are you doing?
Leister's pretending to read at this point. And he's more or less just playing with baby.
Okay.
Is Leister literate?
Technically,
He can-
yeah.
Technically, yeah.
Alright, cool.
All right, Alcaeus. What are you doing?
Moving on to armor alternatives.
Okay, very cool. All right, so Alcaeus, Nathan, Logan, Melica. Investigation checks, please.
Alrighty.
Finally, I rolled something decent.
Who needs rolls when you have spells?
Okay. All right, yeah, Nathan. I mean, you feel like this book might have some information, but being that it's gnomish, some of the translations are getting lost, and it seems like what should be intricate, detailed, technical babble, it's turning more into like just like rough dwarvish. Let's say like the equivalent of like let's say toxic masculinity, but in the dwarvish form. In regards to like engineering. So instead of like delicately putting together a watch, it's more like you could just imagine whoever wrote this is screaming while they're writing, and they're like, you bang the gears into place and just hope they work, more like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Logan, what were you looking for again? The tentacles? Like what was it?
Yes. Yeah, the tentacles, the black portals, but also in relation to the other dark realm that we seem to be in with the zombies with the glowing insides, that sort of thing.
All right. Okay, I'll get to you in 1 second. All right, Alcaeus, you do find, like in the armor section, there's this thing called an iridescent crab that is mentioned, and the shell, it can be manipulated by a skilled craftsman. And what's really interesting about this material is that under certain lighting conditions, it can blind your opponents. So yeah.
Begin.
All right. Leister, you and baby are having an awesome time. Yeah, you guys are having an awesome time. And okay, Melica, the next half an hour you're searching, and you can't really find anything on the Fey realms that you feel would pertain to whatever it is you're looking for, or not the Fey realms, the Fallen Fey. I'm sorry. And okay, so for Logan, in the same book with the symbols, you you do find some. It's like the words are clear through your spell, but it's like it seems like it was put together by a person who kind of lost touch with their sanity. It's like the way the words are put together don't necessarily make sense.
Oh, okay.
But you do pick out Shadowfell, Eldritch Lord, and hold on, I forgot the other. Zaga, Zaaga.
Nice. I tell everybody about this.
Okay.
I see.
Interesting.
Shadowfell sounds like a place. Eldritch Lord and Zaga might be connected. Like maybe Zaga is the Eldritch Lord. I'm not sure. The way this is worded, it's like the person who wrote this kind of lost like their sanity in a way. It's very unusual.
Doesn't bode well for us, does it?
No, unfortunately. But at least we have something more to work with. Like, look for Shadowfell now in your Fey Realm stuff. And
Could I make a
as well as
roll to see
Zaga.
if I know anything about those words?
Yeah.
Already?
I don't think.
Everyone can either give me history or Arcana with disadvantage. Your choice.
Both of those with
Oh my
disadvantage.
god!
Either one. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Did you crit fail too?
Not quite. Not quite.
Does Melica eat the book?
Melica just
Oh shit.
does not compute.
Yeah. Yeah.
She drools on the pages,
Yeah, pretty much.
like dozing off.
It's very embarrassing.
Just like
Yeah,
that.
going into
cartilage.
meditation. Just
I almost got a natural 20.
Yeah.
Oh!
Almost. Yeah.
Almost.
At least
Holy fuck.
somebody did.
Okay, so while Logan is kind of reading off those names and words or whatever, as Nathan is starting to show visual frustration, while looking through the books they're holding. Okay, so all right, so Shadowfell, you know of the Shadowfell through reading at the temple where you were. And it talks about, it's like a dark, it's like a darker place, a darker version of the Fey realm. It's it can be filled with horror and madness, and all this other crazy stuff. So yeah, it's just it's a darker place. Strange magics, phantasms. You actually let me get another Arcana check, just a regular one.
All right. Standard. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay. It's not bad.
All right, come on, Nat 20.
If only.
It didn't come up on mine yet. Okay. All right. Cool. The connection between the Shadowfell, the Fallen Fae, the dreams. You're thinking of like some you know loosely, or you've heard stories or remember hearing of like these hags, that would kind of like force people to go to sleep, and then like while in there, it's like they would drain them, while they were sleeping, stuff like that. So you kind of like getting that kind of vibe, from from what you remember based on what's being told there.
Interesting. All right. I'll tell everything I can remember about all the readings that my temple and the books my temple would require. To all my friends, everything I just heard, possible involvement of hags, and what I might know about the Shadowfell, this dark reflection of the Fey realm. magics that could come from there, and perhaps it might be exactly where we've been going and coming to and from. Perhaps that explains the inky tentacles. I don't know.
Well, I would think that if something like that was happening, I would notice it. But that is quite
That's
disturbing.
That's the thing, is magics can be quite subtle. Especially, I've heard rumors that there are hags able to steal dreams and give them even, which can be much, much worse.
Give them?
Yes.
To whom?
Like, give nightmares to humanoids that they come upon, I've heard. Maybe they're fairy tales, maybe they're rumors, but
Dark fairy tales.
indeed, perhaps these dreams that they send you on, perhaps these dark visions they give you in the night, perhaps they are what sent you to this place, the place where you met me, and that somehow dragged me to you. Still, how it ties us together, how it ties to this sigil, or these hags, we are far from any answers true, but...
Well, at this point, I'll pull out my map and indicate to the portal area.
Wait, what?
It's like as the conversation was getting a little bit energized, a magic pair of lips appeared and a finger like kind of went shh,
Oh.
and then it disappears.
Oh.
Sorry.
Very well. Yes. No, well, yes. Sorry. What gate are you talking about?
Well, this area on the map that we have here, it's for one, this map seems to be very old and strange indeed. But we were told, and I cannot recall by whom, probably Jakob, that this was an area of the Feywild.
Right. The forest right next to it is filled with all sort of dangerous Fey-type creatures.
Are hags of this Fey sort, right? Are they not?
It all does seem to be connected.
I would be wary of venturing out there with no lead or no real start. Perhaps we could talk to this Jakob and he might have some further insight.
I doubt that.
I think we should, after we have finished our studies here, retire back to Jakob's and have a discussion with him.
Yeah, we can tell him all about the Shadowfell and the Eldritch Lord. See what he has to say. If anything, he'll be entertained and he'll give us another evening in that wonderful palace of his.
Or perhaps inquire as to how the Academy is not aware of the origins of Ibat in the Isle of Six.
Oh, that
Landon,
as
you there?
well.
Yeah, Landon?
Yeah, hello?
Okay, I sent you a whisper a while back.
Oh, I was looking at my notes. Ah, okay. My apologies.
Continue, everyone.
Oh,
I hope he's back from his excursion in the desert, though he might not be
He's
back
yes,
this evening.
I was going to say, they said he left town. I don't know if they said he would be back today or not.
They did say he was going out east, and that seeming portal did seem to be east. I wonder if it is connected.
didn't
Well,
he
I
say?
believe they said he was going out in the desert.
And didn't he say he was exceptional for remembering where Ibat came from?
Oh.
Yes, he did. That's right. He said people forget about that stuff.
Oh, that's true.
And
That's
we would...
very unnerving.
Yeah, and it's a common thing. Like, everyone forgets around here. So we might even forget eventually, which would be kind of scary.
Oh. Good to know. We should write it down.
That's a good idea. I've got some pen and paper. Tonight, when we return, I will write down a journal of everything that's happened.
Yes, I'll write it somewhere I'll not forget.
So, Alcaeus,
Yes.
find anything useful about preserving our weapons?
No, not so much that, but there's something called a iridescent crab that could make interesting armor for us that could wear that type.
Okay.
Oh. I wonder if those were the crabs that we ate.
No, there's
No.
nothing iridescent about their shells.
I mean, they were in the daylight.
Were they? Did
Maybe they look different in the nighttime.
Well, something about these shells, especially when crafted to armor, if light reflects off it the right way, apparently it can blind your enemies, which sounds
Well,
awfully
I was not blinded by them, so.
yeah, that'd be a cool shield as well.
shield, armor.
Hmm.
Very interesting.
Reminds me of a song. Blinded by the light.
Oh, I've never heard that one.
No? I have to play it for you later.
Cannot wait to hear it.
Well, I'm going to spend my final half hour trying to see if there's any enchantments that would preserve metal weapons and armor.
All right. Let me get an Arcana check from you. Or history, either one. Okay. I mean, you would know just from like basic, knowledge or whatever, without even doing any like research that, if something is magically enchanted, like permanently, it should hold back like non-magical or otherwise specified corrosion attempts. It should last.
Okay.
Yeah. And also, just to put the economy into perspective, a +1 magic weapon is worth about 1,500 gold. Just so everybody knows, because I know in like regular D&D, I think it's a common item and it's like 50 gold or 100 gold or some stupid shit.
Well,
But,
it usually just gets found.
Yeah, I use
Not bought.
I use the same magic item prices. So anybody,
Same.
if you want to Google that, with the exceptions of bag of holding, those
Yep.
are worth considerably more. But now it's going to be a little different because of artificers and their infusions. So those items are going to become fairly common, and it's going to be
great.
easy to con people with those non.
I don't know what you're talking about, Eric.
Yeah, neither do I, buddy. All right, carry on.
I won't con people. It's not who I am.
Okay.
I
Well,
didn't call you out either, it's okay.
Melica will spend some time, a half hour, looking for a book mentioning Ocaria or any of the lands familiar to her in Ocaria.
Okay.
I'm continuing my fruitless search.
All right, so are we wrapping? Okay, so another half an hour or so.
right.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think this library is open for a bit longer.
Yeah, and let's say.
I mean, I intend to use full time for the
Yeah.
gold piece.
So let's say it's about 3 in the afternoon because it opened up around noon. Actually, it'll be more like 2:30 right now.
Yeah,
So
no,
for the
I
last
intend to
half
use
hour-
the full time.
Oh yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. Is anything special?
I want to try to find out where to find these crabs.
Nice.
Okay. So
Here's the problem.
what kind of book are you going to look for on that?
I don't know. I'll ask Leister. Leister, maybe you could help me find the location of these crabs. I can read. You can tell me what to look for.
Sure. I'll try and help.
Well, she was saying they'd be in the book that you saw them mentioned in?
Mine is desert creature. Would a crab be in the
Well,
desert? That's a water
Alcaeus'
creature.
book
From the little bit of
where you
research,
saw them mentioned.
I mean, from the little bit of reading that you did through the book that you do have, the only thing that really stuck out was the venomous snakes. I mean, there's more in that book. You just gotta look through it. That's it. So I'm just trying to figure out for the last half hour.
Okay. He'll try to look through it, and he'll send baby kind of pacing a bit.
All right, baby begins pacing. All right,
Kind of just circling.
All right, so Alcaeus. All right, so Lysa's gonna continue looking through the book that they have. So do you want to do something else?
No, I'll just maybe continue looking through my book, see if they maybe say anything about more creatures that can be used, or I want to expand my options.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. So investigation from Alcaeus, investigation from Leicester. Melica, you're looking for what book again? I'm sorry.
A book on Ocaria or anywhere that I would recognize from Ocaria.
All right. Let me get an investigation check from you, please. Logan, what are you doing again? I'm sorry.
Since I knew the other thing from just my Arcana lore, I am going to look into enchantment knowledge about having a familiar and different types of familiars.
Okay. All right. Let me get an investigation check from you with advantage.
Okay.
And then Nathan, last half hour through your book. Let me get an investigation check.
All right.
Okay, Leicester. You go through that book front to back several times, and you are 100% certain that there is no mention of any iridescent crab. Melica, what were you looking for again? I'm so sorry.
Ocaria.
Oh, right. Okay. You find something about the Mistwood. You find a book about the Mistwood.
Okay. Well, that's cool because that's where I'm from.
Yeah. And so you find that. Okay, Logan. You
Does
find
it say who it's by? Who wrote it?
the author? I'll give you it. I don't have it offhand, but yeah, I'll give you a name. Give me 1 second. I'll give you something right now.
All right. Because I am wondering,
grandfather,
where this book came from, and if anybody knows where it came from, because
you get the name. I'm gonna write it down. And it's Elvish, so it's Khaleesi.
Khaleesi.
Yeah, Khaleesi. Let's say Durante. Okay, I spelled that for you in the chat. Yeah, so just write that down. And then, shit, I lost myself again. Everybody rolled good this time, so hold on.
I got such a good roll just looking for crabs.
Except for Alcaeus. Alcaeus didn't roll that good.
most people just end up with them somehow.
Yeah. Alright, so Logan, you find information on familiars and stuff, but nothing outside of just the spell description. It talks about how you can like summon some kind of spirit, that can take the form of different animals, and then depending on your personality or whatever, you can attract a fey spirit or a celestial spirit or a fiendish spirit, and it just kind of talks about familiars in general.
Okay.
Nathan, you continue to find nothing on the information you're looking for. There is some stuff you kind of pick up about, just like guardians and kind of golems. Not so much on how to make them, but more so about their existence. But that's just kind of it. It just talks about them in general. And
nothing mentioning kind of what I'm looking for?
Not specifically.
All right.
I didn't miss anybody, right?
I don't think so.
Okay. Okay, yeah. So we got Mistwood, no crabs. Wait, Alcaeus, what was it again? Oh, wait, no. Yo, you did have something actually. Hold on. I know I got sidetracked. Okay. I got it. Hold on.
Blinded by the light.
Other weapons. You know what? Let
Well,
me.
librarians are crap.
Okay, yeah. I'll give you this. All right. You hear of something in your book called the Aquaman Death Mace, and what that is, it's it talks like very briefly about the Aquaman, like the quote unquote natives, not the locals, but the natives or whatever, and they have a weapon that it seems they have sketches of it, and it looks like some kind of maybe like a femur, like a longer kind of bone with the skull attached to it, and it's all blackened with like soot, and there are like black feathers, that are attached to the head, and that and it talks about how they're magical without being enchanted. It's something that like when they're like manufactured or there's some kind of like ritual or something involved that makes these weapons very dangerous, and they deal like necrotic energy, stuff like that. So that's like a primitive weapon, and you actually, as you're looking more through this book, after spending so many hours, a lot of the stuff in this book seems to be of like Aquaman design. A lot of it focuses like on their type of weapons and armor.
Alrighty.
Oh, well, I would like to spend the next half hour reading through the Mistwood book to see if there's anything that I wouldn't already know about Mistwood coming from there, or if there's any map of where a bot might be in relation to Mistwood, or like in the past, or
All right. So wait. Since this is only like a half an hour section, let me get an investigation check with disadvantage from you.
well. So,
Yeah, there's nothing that you really don't know. I mean, it talks, briefly about, the war, between the Shatterkai and the Eldrin, and the shifting borders, or the shifting center line, but yeah, you kind of already know, like nothing new is learned. That's it.
oh, I mean, yeah, that kind of sucks. All right.
So it is now 3:00. We have a couple minutes left in this session. So, like, do you want to like kind of zoom through the rest of the day, until a certain time, or like, what do you guys want to do? How do you want to handle this?
I think most of us would probably want to spend our time in the library, kind of just researching as long as we can.
Okay. Well, you're gonna have a solid. Let's see, it's 3:00. You're gonna have, let's say, 5 hours left before they shut it down for the night to the public. Do you want to like try and zoom through that in 10 minutes, or do you like want to actually like try and gain some information and spread it out a little bit? It's up to you guys.
I'm willing to zoom through it if the others are willing to, but if they want to stretch it out, that's fine with me.
I can't think of anything else that I want to look for here at the moment.
Nothing that would take 5 hours worth anyway.
I'd be willing to sit with my book for 5 hours and just sit with it and do, as much reading as I need to.
I'm sure I could sit for another 5 hours and read.
Logan? Steve! Steve! Alright. Alright, so you're gonna spend the next 5 hours just immersing yourself in whatever books you've already claimed. Leicester, Alcaeus, anything for the next 5 hours?
I would stay with my books, trying to
Wandering.
find out.
Grabs.
Leicester is up and just
Okay.
keeping a lookout for that thing he saw.
Oh, okay. Alright, cool.
Yeah, he's gonna go looking for it. See if he can find it.
Alright, so everyone, except for Leicester, let me get investigation check with advantage now. To just help sum up these last 5 hours.
Okay.
And then Leicester, let me get a perception.
Yeah, I can hear you, Matt.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can hear you.
I can't. Okay.
Good idea.
I can't hear Matt. What's Matt doing? Anybody?
He said that he will be checking back with Jarly as well as studying our books. Checking back with Jarly to see if Beeman Hawkins is available.
Okay.
Yes. Maybe next session for that. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, Nathan, you're looking through this book, and same thing. You're just kind of like fighting with it, because of the broken language. You do find some interesting information about just different kinds of tools, and but nothing like super extravagant. Just like nothing that you kind of like don't already know. We'll put it like that.
Not what I'm looking for. Yeah.
Yeah. Alcaeus, you do pick up a couple of different, little things about, different kinds of bones, and how, like, larger animals, like their ribs can, they're flexible enough to make like a bow out of, and, you find a couple of different ideas for, some non-metallic weapon options. Nothing really as far as any specific animals like the iridescent crab that was mentioned. Nothing like that or whatever. All right, Melica, you get. You got a couple of different books on you. Let's see. Is there anything that you want to focus on over the next 5 hours? Like out of everything that you picked up so far?
To Ibat and
no, I forgot. Okay. So nothing to Ibat, in the stuff that you're finding or whatever, but in the Mistwood book, and this seems more like a journal. You do actually pick up the Nedrick and Jotunum in there. You pick that
Really?
up. Yeah. And from what you're gathering, Nedrick and Jotunum, they represent two separate entities, one from the Shadowfell, one from the Fey Realm.
Wow.
Okay. All right, so you'll pick up that. And then Leicester. Nobody really notices, I guess, as you wander off, and you spend a couple hours, and you don't see that at all. Okay, and for
Do
Logan,
I know which one, Nedwick or Genonym, is from the Fey or Shadow Realm?
It gets confusing. It seems at one point that either one could be from either side.
Okay.
Okay, so it's like there are some references where it says, there's some kind of reference that would give you, the idea that Jotunum was, with the Fey realm.
I can hear you, Matt.
And then at the other, and then in other sections of the book, it makes reference to, that would make you think that Jotunum was part of the Shadowfell. And same thing for Nedrick. Or Nedrick, sorry.
Okay.
Or Negrick.
Okay.
And,
Okay.
And for Logan, are you back yet?
He's
I
back.
don't know if he can hear
I
you.
don't know
He's
if
back.
he
He
can
can't hear you.
He can't hear me. All right, I'll type this out then. Okay, Logan. Okay,
He's
Jurley.
typing it out.
Okay, yeah, left a note for Hawkins, and they received it, but offered no reply to the visit request. But Jarly does let Logan know that the headmaster, has received the message. And also, I guess, Charlie would ask if there's a means to contact him. Should,
Oh.
something. Okay, so he's typing.
Well, yeah, definitely. Jakob Farud.
Okay, so contact through Jakob. Okay, that's fair. Okay.
Contact us through Jakob. Is that right, Logan?
Is anybody talking to him?
But they know, yeah. So,
I gotta reboot,
Logan,
'cause I
yes,
gotta
they
hear
know
this.
to contact us through Jakob Farud. Yeah.
I see.
Okay, cool. I hear you now. Okay. Hello? Anybody?
Me too.
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, sweet. Okay, so did I miss anything over the last minute?
No. But
Okay.
Jakob is our contact.
Okay, cool. All right, good deal. Okay. Very cool. So, anything else?
I'm gonna
Yeah, go
write.
ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna write something on a small piece of paper.
Mhm.
I'm gonna write, "This book is cursed," and then I'm gonna put it inside a book and then put it back on the shelf.
Any of them?
That's fucking awesome. That's fucking cool. Okay. I like that.
Oh my gosh.
That's fucking cool.
Melica would not approve, but personally I find it hilarious.
Same here.
That is really cool. I like that a lot.
It's funny.
All right. So so it'll be like, let's say 8:00. The library is getting shut down. Everyone is ushered out, and I guess we'll leave it there for tonight. So okay, let's see. So 8 p.m. Library shuts down. Does anybody want to do anything real quick before you guys are kind of ushered out the library?
Oh, no.
Keeping an eye out.
I don't think so.
Just getting back to our home, our new home.
Yeah, just go back to.
Okay.
Hopefully Jakob is there. Otherwise, we gotta
Yeah.
get a place.
Okay.
Well, he welcomed us, and the servants know
For 2
that.
days, yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shop transport first. And pick up the shield on the way back.
Yeah. We could pick up the shield on the way back.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. So so 15 gold
Okay.
pieces. For the shield. You want the hammer?
Do it.
Do it.
I know you want it. It looked so good in your hands. It did.
If it's most of your money, then don't.
If your other warhammer is gonna crumble.
It's got a couple weeks.
I'll take it, but if it breaks, I'll be back.
Great.
We'll
I'll
all
sell you
be
another
back.
one. All right, cool. Yeah, so 150, gold coins. So 165 total for you. I guess if you want to, do you want to commission the obsidian axe or anything?
No,
No. Okay.
no.
All right. Cool. Yeah. So just go ahead and do that. Do. And the same deal. The Warhammer, it's good enough to be an arcane focus. You know. Okay. So I'll put these notes here. All right. So you guys are back at Jakob's at 8:30. When you arrive, the one of the servants lets you know that he has not returned for the evening, but you are welcome to stay if you like.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Go to that bathhouse again.
Okay. All right. Cool. So yeah,
That's
we'll
right.
pick that up then.
That's the best part.
We will pick that up on the next session. So yeah, this is our last game of 2020.
Woo woo.
What a year it has been.
oh,
And,
yeah.
if anybody out there is watching, hope you enjoyed today's downtime roleplay session. A lot of information was gathered by various intelligent stat rolls.
Lots.
Oh, so smart.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
smart.
Almost
so-
all of them. So smart.
So knowledge.
So knowledge, information attained. All right, so yeah. So happy holidays, everybody. We'll see you all next week. I hope everyone's new year brings much, much more fortune and good stuff than 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Happy
if you
New
like our
Year.
show, and we can definitely use your support. Come show us some love at facebook.com/the D20 Initiative. We're on YouTube, so hit like and subscribe, hit that bell, so when new videos get uploaded, you can see them. Chey, is one of D&D 420's soldiers. So go check out.
Yeah, I role played.
Yeah, go check out D&D 420. They're on Facebook, and that'll lead you to a bunch of other stuff. I know they have like podcasts, and they might have some videos on YouTube, and they have like a Discord channel and a bunch of cool stuff. You
Yeah,
can
we're on
check
Twitch
out-
also.
Okay, and on Twitch, so there you go. And then Landon, you can show them some love if you want to check out their artwork and whatever it is they're working on. They're at Forever Cafe _, and they can be found where again? On Instagram and
Instagram and Twitter.
and the Twitter. So happy holidays, happy New Year, everyone. Thanks for watching. And is it Wednesday yet? We'll see you soon. Good night, people.
Good night.
Happy New
night.
Year.
Hey.
Happy
New Year.